The adventure starts on a cool, crisp morning in a major city in the world. It's the largest city in Vasloria by the name of BLACKBOTTOM. And you are staying at an inn, the Sign of the Drunken Fool, so named because many of the court jesters used to stay here. And it's an inn and spa, and you're waking up in the morning just before dawn. It's pretty tranquil. People are eating downstairs, and you're just getting out of bed and getting your armor and such on because you'll be heading out today. And then the world explodes. A deafening crash, earthquake and thunder and lightning all at once explodes across the inn, white hot and all consuming. You rush out of the rooms you were in and find yourselves on the third floor of the inn, up in the northeast corner of the big central chamber. So you can put you guys anywhere up there in the northeast corner. Chaos greets you in the form of fiends and screams and fire. Yeah, I said fiends. Fiends in the form of demons. Flames devour a giant hole in the middle of the floor. It's widening as it burns, a giant gaping maw that descends down, you think, all the way to the ground floor. Debris from the burning roof crumbles, crashing into the floor. Frenzied fiends with wicked claws, barbed tongues, and foul saliva prowl toward you, underscored by cries of pain, screams for help, and the cackling glee of more fiends on the hunt for prey. There are people in here who need help, some able to call for it and some not. The building can't be saved from imminent collapse, but the people inside can, if you act quickly. So you'll see most of the doors around you are closed. There's a few where they're open. You can see a little bit into the rooms. You need to, if you can get out of here, you're going to get a victory point. But if you can get most of the civilians out of here, you're going to get another victory point. The place is collapsing, so you don't have a lot of time. You might have on the order of 3 or 4 rounds before this floor collapses, and you'll be dropping down to the floor below, and then the floor below that. Trying to get all the people out of this floor before this floor collapses is your first goal. There's fire. So any square that's got a modicum of red in it, like down here or over here, is on fire. And entering those squares will do you some damage, 3 fire damage to be exact. So initiative is determined in this game by rolling just a d10, and if you guys get a 6 or higher, you go first. I don't have that built in any macros, so I'm just going to ask the Fury to click their token and then click their characteristics button. So you each have a button. It's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th button over that has your characteristics. So go ahead and click that, Fury. Okay, and you rolled higher. So if you had an 11 or higher, I was going to give you guys the initiative. So I'm going to give you guys the initiative, and then let me show you what demons you can see right away. So the demons to your south and to your west. This is a gaping floor over here to the southwest that goes all the way down, probably 20 feet to the ground floor. There is an open door here and here. You can hear some screams coming from the door to the south, the one I pinged right over here. Specifically, you hear, oh, that room's open. You can see this room. The doors are busted open, and there are a couple of civilians. One of them partially trapped in rubble, the one further back over there. Let's see, then we got some doors to the north and to the west, and you hear both to the west-northwest, both this door and this door, you hear the sounds of predation of demons beyond those doors. So they might be going after people they're in. So initiative goes basically where you guys get to pick what order you go in. I pick what order the creatures go in. They'll go in groups, basically. And I just have a shorthand way to indicate that without you having to verbalize it. First of all, if you click on your token and you know what you want to do and you want to go right away, there's an IN2 button. Oh, before I do any of that, everyone, make sure in the journal on the right-hand side above it, there's an icon with a gear-looking icon that says My Settings. If you hover over it, click on that, make you have unchecked under the personalization and display, uncheck alphabetically sort token actions. That'll make the token actions kind of appear in the order of your initiative first, your kind of vital stats second, your ability scores are third, or characteristics are third, and then all your actions are to the right. Okay, so if you know what you want to do, and you want to go as fast as you can, you click the IN2 button. If you know what you want to do and you want to go in whatever order you come up in, click the IN1 button. And if you know what you want to do and you want to go dead last because you're trying to wait for people to group up or some other reason, click the IN0 button. And then what we'll do is we'll go to each of those in order. And when we get to the 2s, I'll just have you guys discuss amongst yourselves who's going to go first among all the 2s. And so, any questions before we launch into them? I know that was a lot.
What if we have no idea what we want to do? It's a joke.
You can you can do a 0 or wait and not even click it yet.
Okay.
All right. Now, when battle starts, the villains get villain points, and I'll indicate that on this round/villain points counter here by putting it as the second two digits. They normally get 2 villain points per character at the start of every round, and then they have other ways to gain villain points and plenty of ways to spend them. So right now we're at round 1, and they have 10 villain points. Carolinus and the Elementalist and the Fury are all ready to go right away. Which of you three want to go first?
So let me set the stage for Carolinus and how he appears, and then you guys can decide whether or not you think that he seems very initiative-y. But a giant hole was blasted into this establishment, and this is a inn famous for its bathhouse. So of course Carolinus was in the middle of a nice sponge bath. He's an elderly man, but he's roused from that situation. And he quickly says, friends, there's trouble afoot. We must help all of the civilians, but let us go in a manner anti-clockwise. Does that sound agreeable?
Sure.
Okay, Carolinus, if no objections, go ahead.
All right. I call upon the power of great all antiquity, you great conglomeration of spirits that came before. And I'm using my prayer ability, which can increase my piety.
Nice.
Which is currently at 2. I'm just going to use one of the icons here to indicate just how pious I am. I'll put it at a 2 for right now.
You can do that if you want others to see it. You can also use the gray circle.
The gray circle.
Yeah.
I shall use that. Thank you.
No, that's victories. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was victories. Yeah. Thank you. Excellent. So I shall be using my prayer ability. Excellent. So it has 16 plus 2 because it is at double boon. So that is a great success.
Mm-hmm.
And what that means is that I increase my piety by 2. And I get to call forth one of my domain effects. And I shall call upon the domain effect of creation, which is excellent because it allows me to create a wall of stone, 5 spaces large. So I shall draw that upon the map.
This right here is a pillar, so you can definitely anchor part of the wall there if you like.
Wonderful. In fact, I think I shall just wall off this entire area here. And then with my final square, I think perhaps I shall create a, I don't want to create a lit platform that they can jump off of and go. So I think that this is probably fine, and I'll make it extend out one more out into the air as well.
And does that wall one square tall or 2? I forget.
It is 1 square tall.
Okay. The ceiling's
so
too high.
Yes, and so as some sunsets there, I think that potentially it could be climbed. But
could you make it length 3, but double it up?
Yep,
I could. But it would only be doubled in 2 spaces, so it would essentially be single spaced anyway. So I think I'll create it as such, and then I wish to use my action. So I'm going to first open this door to see if there are any survivors, and I'm listening about to see if there's any creatures around.
Okay,
but if not,
one more thing I want to tell you each is that when you're within 1 square of a room, you can use a maneuver and make an easy intuition test to ascertain if you think the room is safe to go into, like if it's going to collapse or not collapse when you go into it. So you open the door.
I do not have a maneuver available. So instead, I shall use my act.
Okay.
I assume that this was some bathing area.
To the north is the bathing doors, you believe, and to the east was a room, and that room is collapsed right behind probably you guys that you just came out of. And this room behind you, all collapsed. Another one in there that you can see. After your turn will come.
So I've not committed my action. So I shall use my action to summon an animal spirit. And so I don't know if you will give me another token or if I can use something else across the map.
I can pull out a token.
The manner in which this looks is that I produce a silver acorn, and I extend it above, and a spiritual tree emerges that represents all antiquity, and a small flying squirrel emerges that I call Radicaster. Perfect. It's a fly speed of 5 and can move through mundane objects.
Nice.
So I create it here, and I think that that's my turn.
So you stepped into the room and then cast the spell?
I certainly did. Was there anything?
Yeah, as soon as you step in, the room collapses even further, and you need to make an agility resistance roll.
I have a boon on those.
Go for it.
Allow me to do that. So I think that I just click description, or
you click
is it
the M-1 A1. Okay, so that's
right. With a boon that is still a bad result.
Okay.
Because it is 5 plus what kind? It's a dexterity, so +1, so plus. Yep. So that is a bad result.
Yeah, it's an 8 still. Okay, you take 4 damage and 4 fire damage.
Okay. And do I plummet to the floor?
You do
below?
not. That was like the walls and roof caving in further. So you're still standing there.
Okay. May I close the door behind me?
You may. After you comes the elementalist.
No, we can make it. Don't give up.
Go ahead, Matt.
Actually, Fury can go next if he wants to, since the wall kind of foiled my plans.
Sure.
Go ahead, Fury.
I'll be happy to jump forward. So Mock goes, yeah, I don't know much about...
Wait, I'm sorry. Hold on just a second. I'm sorry. After Cornelius goes, I should have gone. So I'm going to go in here with this... and go with the creature to your guys' west. Add him to the initiative. And he will rush forward toward this tactician.
Whoa.
He will lash out with bloodletting claws on the tactician, getting a total of 11 to hit the tactician or damage. That's 2 points of damage, tactician. And that is it for him.
Now he attacked me, and I think I can do a thing in return.
Yeah, I think you have a trigger.
Makes a weapon attack against the target. I could have the damage, but I don't know that seems like a lot of damage. What else can I do? There's something else. I don't know. I think I'll take it because I'm so... I can do this all the time. None of these powers were fresh. Is that right?
Correct. Yeah, you can do all of these every turn.
So there's no reason not to. So I will take 1 damage.
All right.
I have it.
Then the Fury's turn. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Fury.
Sure. The Fury, Mock will, I don't know much about clocks or being wise, but I do know this. And as he pulls out his weapon, he's going to use his ability Devastating Rush to move over to this ruin down here.
Jump over the
Are
wall
you
and run down
leaping
to
over the wall?
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. How tall is that wall?
So it's just 5 feet. You can leap over it.
So, I also have an ability called Mighty Leaps, and I always succeed on might tests made to jump.
Done.
So I will leap over that wall. Slam down. And then, I'm sorry, I forgot to roll my rage. Every turn I gain some rage. There we go. I'm going to just roll a D6 here. 1, 2, 3, or 4, 5, 6.
It's also
4,
built
1, 2, 3.
into this button.
Oh my goodness!
See that at the
it's
start
already
of the
built in?
round, it'll roll a D3 for you. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Which button?
That is whispering to me. It's the S27 button, the 4th one over.
Oh, that one. Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you for letting me know that. I do have 3 rage. I do start off with 3 rage, which gives me an edge on might tests and resistance rolls. Now I also get a bunch of damage equal to my might score if I'm at least 2 squares from where I started my turn. So, which I am. And then with Devastating Rush, I get to add a bonus to damage equal to how many squares I've just moved, which was 3. So I believe I have a +5 to damage to this. So yes, let me go ahead now, and I will use my Devastating Rush ability. That is a 13, it looks like.
So that'd be a tier 2 result. It's going to use a power called Soul Parry and spend 2 victory points, 2 villain points to have your damage. So go ahead and tell me what your total damage is.
All right. Devastating Rush would be... now, the 8 damage that shows my character sheet, I'm going to add 5 to that, right? 3 for the movement, 2 for the rage. Okay. So I go up to 13 damage, but then we're going to have that, so I do 6 damage to it.
Got it.
Okay. So great roar of rage as I leap forward to attack enemies that were behind a wall. And yes, I'm going to do that. And then with my maneuver, I don't believe the Fury gets any natural maneuvers, it looks like. So I think what I'll do here is I will aid to provide an edge, right? I can use one maneuver each. Oh, I'm sorry. That aid attack was a maneuver.
I thought it is a maneuver, I'm pretty sure.
Yep. Yeah, it's sitting right here under the maneuvers thing.
Yep.
Says 8 attack, choose an enemy within my reach. Next attack and ally makes has an edge. So I will use my maneuver this turn to basically kind of like clock this thing in the face to make it go reeling a little bit. So if anybody attacks this, they have an edge to it.
All right, it'll attack you back on its turn using its bloodletting claws. It gets a medium result, tier 2 result, 5 damage to you. And
5 damage. Okay.
Done.
And I have a triggered ability. Nope, it doesn't pop right now.
Okay.
Never mind.
Now
Sorry.
back to Elementalist.
Okay, Elementalist can see these two guys over the wall there.
If you move up and then take one more square of movement, you can step on top of the wall and see them. Otherwise, you kind of know the area, and you can definitely do a 3x3 cube on top of them.
Yeah, well, you know what I'm planning.
Yep.
Yeah. So, what? Hold on. Let me see. This is the ability, the Frozen Explosion ability, to try to get those two creatures, with some ice damage. Let me see. Frozen Explosion. There it is. That is, I guess that's a tier 3 because that's 14 plus 2.
17 is tier 3, so.
Or tier 2 for
tier
3
2.
cold.
Right, 3 cold each and slowed each till the end of their turn. They don't have any specific weaknesses to cold. We'll take 3. Got it. And they're both slowed.
I am going to. Oh, sorry, you're not done. Go ahead.
He got an edge with that, right? Which would have made that an 18.
Oh, on your guy, it does make it an 18 since that's an attack keyword. So I'll do 4 damage to that one.
Yeah.
And that one will be slowed till the end of the encounter.
Yeah.
EOE, it's end of encounter.
Yep.
I was hoping it was end of eternity.
Might as well be. I don't think they're going to survive after this.
Okay, 1, 2, 2 squares. Open this door here.
Okay. You see a bathroom, not a bath, a room with baths in it, and you don't see any people in the room unless they're well hidden. You don't see anyone in there.
Okay, and I guess that's his maneuver to kind of peek in, see if it's safe there, right?
No, that's free just to do that.
Oh, it's free. So with a maneuver, can he like distract this guy?
Yeah. Grant an edge to the stack on that guy. Yeah.
Okay.
Done.
And end his turn.
Okay. After you goes another monster. Go ahead, Sean.
Actually, when his turn ends, I'm going to use a trigger. Hesitation is weakness. I can now take my turn immediately.
Go for it.
So I will try the shot and step. So I will shift 1 square to here before the attack, and then I will make the attack. Let's see. Shot, step, boom. And now I have an edge because what he did?
You have an edge because what he did. I think cover gives a bane, so you'll be straight up attack on this one, I think.
All right, so it looks like 14 plus 2, so 16.
Yeah, 8 damage to it.
Yep.
Wow.
And you
and
also
shift. Oh, go ahead.
If you click the button, that's the first one at right of your initiatives, the one that starts with S26. It'll tell you how your heroic resource works, your insight. You get 2 of them at the start of your turn. You get 1 every time you get a T3 attack, which you didn't quite do there, but
didn't quite get. Yeah. Okay. And then can I stand on the square directly to my left?
You think you can balance there? You're pretty agile.
Okay, so I will then shift after the attack to put myself there. Then as my maneuver, I am going to Black Ash teleport. So I can teleport up to 5 squares, and I can also go +1 square if I use my heroic resource. So I technically could teleport up to 7.
Yep.
So I want to teleport 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to here.
Sweet.
Nice.
And I think that was my action and my maneuver.
Okay. Very good. And then we're using this little leaf icon for the heroic resources, so you'll be at 0, Fury ended at 3, Cornelius ended at 4. And after the shadow, one of the bad guys goes. He'll be the Ramash over here by the Fury, who is slowed, which gives him speed halved, I believe. Yep, speed is halved. He will actually teleport into a flank. No, his speed's halved. You can't make it all the way to a flank. You'll only get to there. And then he will use his Abyssal Strike against you, Fury. That being a 17, a tier 3 result.
Oh, I hate that.
10 damage to you. And then he's going to spend 2 of their victory points and take. No, he doesn't need to take you. He's just going to teleport up onto the top of the wall over here with the tier 3 result he got. And at the end of his turn, his slowness ends. And that's all he's doing. Okay, then back to you guys. Tactician's turn.
Tactician, for those who are near, I guess it's just one of us near me, but you kind of hear me talking to somebody. And I'm like, I don't know, Mom. One set up a wall, but then on the other side, and like, I don't, and then one went into the burning room and closed the door. Okay, got it. Lead by example. All right, gonna try. Can I see Fury?
Fury,
or is that wall and everything all block everything?
It's just 5 feet, so you can see him.
Okay. Let's see. 1, 2.
He's very tall.
So I will attack with Inspiring Strike against the monster that's in front of me. And actually, how hurt are you? I don't know hit points yet. You're pretty hurt or not?
So everything kind of comes in thirds, right? Because your resilience, or not resilience,
third down.
Your recovery gives you a third of your hit points back. So if you see someone at a third, one recovery will get them back to full.
All right, then I'm gonna say, Fury, retreat back behind the wall, and we're going counterclockwise. And I will, I'm gonna attack the creature next to me with the pain for pain.
Okay.
And I get an edge on it because it dealt damage to me for the last turn.
Okay, that's a 15 total, which is a tier 2 for 10 damage to the thing.
And then and I should have done this before, but I'll mark it as a maneuver.
Okay.
And let's see, do I have blah blah blah? Where are we? Do I have a focus?
You start on the start of your turn. You can click the button, the one just to the right of your initiative modifiers. You start with 0. You get 2 at the start of your turn. So yeah, you'll have 2 right now.
So then I will spend a focus to also mark the one that's on top of the wall. So those that are marked, everybody gets an edge on power rolls, and you deal extra damage equal to my reason score when you attack the 2, either the one that's to the north or the one on the wall. And then I will yell out to anybody who's in the room that's to the north with the baths and all that, anybody in there? Come on out. We'll help you.
No reply from the rooms.
All right.
Okay, and then Shadow, you hear combat going on through both the doors, the one straight north of you, the one to the west of you. Demons doing some attacking. That's not good. And that's the end of round 1. So now we'll come back to round 2. I need to use more of those villain powers, because now they're up to 18 on 2, and they have 18 villain powers. You guys can all reset what you want to do for your order you want to go in. And you can change that at any time. So if you change your mind halfway through a round, you just change it to 2 or change it to 0 if you want to go first or you want to go last. Think if there's anything else. Okay, so you can see the 2 over here with one of them pinned. You hear combat going behind the doors by the Shadow. No new information otherwise, except the start of that round, the Ruminant teleports into the combat. Let's see. Right adjacent to the Elementalist. There is an issue, so don't forget him. And now your guys' turn. Looks like the Tactician's the only one at a 2. Or no, Carolinas is at a 2 as well. Between you two, who wants to go first?
With that new information. But after you. Okay, unless you have a way to kill all of these things.
No, that I don't. But
I can help.
I can try to heal.
Here. I can help then at the start of my.
Yeah. Do you want to go first?
Hell yes.
Okay, Carolinas.
Great. So Carolinus shall send his spirit down through the wall 5 spaces into this room, so it searches for us.
Okay.
And then I shall leave the safety of this room by phasing through the door. I don't know why I am upside down. Where we go? Much. So my bird can go down here. That seems all clear.
It isn't. And, your bird, as soon as it gets through the wall, sees that lying on the ground, unconscious, passed out, is a commoner on the floor of that room.
Excellent. It's not a bird. It's a small squirrel, and
squirrel.
It goes and uses its tail and twitches on its nose to see if maybe the commoner will come to its senses.
Can the bird do actions or interact?
It can't really do actions. It's more like a extension of my vision.
Okay.
But if that's the case, I'll say, "Oh, there's one unconscious there by you, Fury." But then I shall use my action to do Light's Fall, which will be pretty interesting.
Nice.
It's a little bit of a burst 3 in these squares here.
Okay.
And what it does is it is going to be a power roll to determine how much damage it is to both of those creatures. But it also allows my allies within the area to teleport anywhere else within the area. And I'm flavoring this as my Druid's Grove. So wonderful. Let me do that power roll for us. Ooh, it is an excellent result.
Yes.
Almost
4 holy and everything
19.
inside.
And additionally, Mr. Elementalist and Mr. Tactician, you may move. So hopefully that 4 damage finished off that one that was low of health.
So they can teleport to a place that's also in the same area, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
And
let me get the damage.
In fact, I shall. I can actually place it such that this is a valid place to teleport as well.
Okay. So not the south one, but the north. Then this one here is going to take 4 holy, plus it's got weakness 3 holy, so it's going to take 7 holy. And then it's going to do a soul parry to have that damage to 3 holy and use up 2 of their victory points.
Hey, you had an edge against that one, right? Because it's marked.
Yeah, that one died.
Yeah, but it was already tiered.
He got it good.
Good.
Okay.
Would anyone like to utilize the teleportation?
Yeah, Elementalist is moving towards the door there.
Yeah, and I guess this is more options with 2 squares. So
it's move 4
to the south of you.
No, teleport.
No, it's move anywhere else within that area, and I can draw it more accurately if you'd like. So anywhere within. Oh, that's too large. Anywhere within like this.
Can I go to the other side of the fire?
Nope. It's just adjacent to the Elementalist is as close as you can get.
I see. Okay. And I'll just move 1 to just be.
Okay. What else, Carolinus?
Much further.
All right. So I have moved through this door, and I think that I shall move through the wall. For I had a very unfortunate thing befall me, a complication, if you will. It's named Cult Victim, but I say that it is the waning age of magic has made me like a green spirit, and thus on my turn I can move through 1 square of solid material. So I shall do that here. But not before. Not before I use my maneuver. My maneuver I'd like to use to. I don't think that I can recover or heal myself with my only one of my, so that is unfortunate, and I must draw my wall again. Sorry. And
you can use the draw tools on things that are permanent like that one instead of the range tools.
I will.
Go away when you do another one.
I'll fix that after my turn. So instead, I think. I've increased my. Oh, this is wonderful. I just realized that that's quite wonderful. So what I shall do is I've actually gained 2 piety at the start of my turn. Yes, so I'm at 6.
Yep.
And so I actually have a special pious maneuver. It is called Armor of the Faithful, and it is power roll to determine how much temporary stamina I shall grant to 3 allies. So unfortunately cannot see our Fury here, but I see 3 wonderful allies here, and I shall power roll for them. Here is my.
You probably can see the Fury.
You can if you want, yeah.
Okay, then excellent. All right, so it is the middle tier of results. So it's 15 temporary stamina to, I will say, the Elementalist, the Shadow, and the Fury.
Nice.
Ooh, thank you kindly.
Strong.
I will go over here.
Okay. After your turn, the one runet south of the Fury is going to go next. It's going to do a soul burn, where it gives it 2 victory points for double edge on its attack. So it uses
I don't like that.
double edge bloodletting claws on the Fury. Double Edge gives it automatically 1 tier up from when it rolls. It only rolls the lowest tier, though, so you take 5 damage Fury from that. And that's going to take that down to 2, 1, 4. And then it is done. And then we got a 2 for the party on the Tactician. Go ahead, Tactician.
I never went with my 1.
Yeah, well, I'm going in the order of people who want to go on 2s first.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's
sorry.
Okay.
Yep.
Go ahead, Tactician.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. We have not opened the door to the north there.
Correct.
Okay. And then there's fire to my west, and then there's a bad guy. All right. So what I'll do, I will go over here. I'll move. I'll attack the creature there with an inspiring strike. Let's do that. Where is my inspiring strike? And that is, I will give a recovery to Fury.
Very good.
Ooh, is there a good way for us to track our temporary hit points?
There is not,
again.
But you can just add it straight to your main hit points. I know that you can't recover those, so you'll have to just remember.
Okay.
Or you can keep it on a piece of paper beside you. That works too.
I'm using the 3rd bubble.
That's your victories, but that's okay.
Oh, fine.
15 victories. Woo!
Okay, that was the Tactician.
So and then I want to open that door that's to the north.
West.
West.
Okay, that one's open, and you guys see no one in that room. Looks like that room's empty too.
All right, call out anyway. If you can hear our voice, answer back. We'll fight the evil together.
You got the middle tier on that demon to your left, right?
What's that?
10 damage to that demon to your left. I missed the damage.
Yeah, I did 10 damage to that demon. Yep, with the inspiring strike. And I forgot I have to mark every single round. So I might as well do that. So I will mark that's there to my side. So the one next to me is marked.
Got it.
For everybody.
Okay. And then after you comes the rune right beside you that you just marked. He'll go after you. He's going to go ahead and do a soul burn.
Can I?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, Shadow.
I was muted. Can I trigger and
go ahead.
Go? Okay. I will do the same thing I did before. So I will get the 2 points. I will do the step and strike. So I will slide to there, and then I will throw a dagger at the one that's next to the Tactician.
Okay.
And so that's a 14.
It's marked, but he's also got cover, so it's middle tier damage of 8.
Cancels out. Yep.
He's going to do a soul parry to take damage of 4 on that, burning up 2 more of their victory points.
Is that like a free trigger?
It's a free trigger, yes.
Wow.
And then what else, Shadow?
Then I will do the same teleport I did before, only I will only go 5.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I can get to here.
Okay. So the couple there that you see, one's a human woman, one's an elven woman, and the human who you're adjacent to can be convinced to leave with an easy presence test. The elf is stuck, or if you free the elf, that'll also convince them to leave. Freeing the elf would take a medium might test.
Okay. So first of all, I've already used every action in my book. So do I have to spend any resources to do that, or can I just do it?
They're both maneuvers. So yeah, you'd have to use an action or maneuver those.
I will just say, it will be fine, ladies. Be calm.
After the Shadow comes the Ruined, who is almost killed right by the Tactician. He's going to do it as soul burn, spend 2 more to do extra damage with a double edge on this bloodletting clause in the Tactician. So double edge gives him 1 notch up, so it's going to be 5 damage to the Tactician and 2 more burned.
And I will parry that to take half of that.
And then they're done. Next goes the Fury.
All right, the Fury is going to yell, retreat, never. He's going to leap onto this wall up here, right beside this. I need to see how many rage I get, because that's going to determine what I can do. It did not roll the 3 when I click the button. It's okay. Hold on one second.
Did it roll a 1 maybe? It rolls a D3.
Yeah, it didn't roll anything, it looks like. You said the second button that starts with S27, right?
Yeah. You'll see rage near the bottom. Let me just change this so I can see it too when you click it. Let's bring this off anymore. Okay, go ahead and try it again. Now I'll be able to see it when you click it. Okay, so you got 3.
Now there it is. There it is. Oh, I just gained 3. Oh, this is a good day. Okay, yeah. So you see, it leaps up to the wall, screaming, "No retreat!" He looks at this.
Does that provoke or not provoke?
Oh, I'm so sorry. What did you say?
Does that provoke or not? Did you shift away? Do you have some power that lets you leap away freely?
No, I do not. So
Okay.
I just leaped.
It'll do a free strike real quick. The one south of you, doing 2 damage to you.
2 damage. I love it. Love it. All right. And then I'm gonna yell as he lands on the wall, looking at this Ramesh, I believe it's pronounced. Gonna just wink at him and say, "This ain't your floor." And I'm gonna spend 5 rage to use Primordial Shockwave.
Okay.
Just straight off towards the west. And now I believe that there's an edge against this thing that somebody had given, or
Not
was that already
currently.
burned up?
No, it's gone.
Yeah.
It ended.
That's okay.
But there's an edge against the one to the north.
That's all right. I'm going to use Primordial Shockwave on this. Blup.
Nice. 12 damage, push 6.
12 plus 12 plus 4, so 16.
Okay.
Yep, 16 damage because of my rage.
So
I moved more than 2 squares.
8.
Yes, and then and I knock it off the wall as best as I can.
All right, and it goes plummeting to the floor below, not to be seen again.
Yes, and we can break up our movement in draw steel.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm gonna I'm gonna kind of start running back over here towards this ruin, trying to block off the door.
Okay.
Here, and with my maneuver, I'm going to kind of drawing this thing's attention. Waving my weapon around menacingly to give an edge against this ruin down here.
Okay. So that was granting an edge, and then
I have burned. I have 1 rage left after using those 5 points for the maneuver, and that would be the end of my turn.
Okay. So then you have some demons ripping and tearing on some mortals, doing 2 more damage to that mortal, and then next turn is the elementalist.
Okay, the elementalist is going to use its maneuver to teleport 2 extra squares. So I'm 2 squares, I guess, to here.
Nice.
Then use its movement to this door and open it.
Okay. And in that one, there's the changing rooms, and there's no one in there.
Okay. Is that an action, or he still has movement?
It's a free maneuver. You can kick another door in. Yeah.
Okay.
There's actually no specified limit in MCDM like there is in D&D, where the second one would be an action. So you kick that door in too?
Yep.
Okay, kicking that door in. This room, you do see 2 individuals. Once I put them on the layer where you can see. You see a demon and a commoner. The commoner's just cowering, trying to get away. The demons are ripping at it.
Okay, let's see how much movement. I think he's got a couple more movements. He's going to run in.
Okay.
Leave him alone, foul beast.
All right.
And
as soon as you do that, so you come in there to stop the demon from attacking the person. Nothing quite happens yet, but the thing turns on you, and it's already gone this round though. So after you comes the last demon. So you can hear some demon fighting in the door to the west of you, and that one's attacking, spitting, doing tier 2 result, doing 3 damage to the commoner. It's attacking, and then that's the end of that round. Then we're going to go to round 3, back up another 10 on their VPs, boom to there, and then another demon teleports into view. Let's see, run it right by you, Cornelius.
That's not fair. I went to an area that was safe.
And then everyone evaluate if you want to go right away or not.
All right, let's.
Okay, Cornelius, Tactician, Fury. Who wants to go first?
All right, I'm
Fury,
switching to one.
Cornelius. Carolinus or Fury? Who wants to go first?
Oh, I haven't remarked my initiative. I don't think it's very imperative that I go first.
I'll go.
Okay, Fury, have at it.
All right. Let's roll some rage real quick. Let's see what we get. Yeah. All right. That puts me back up to 4, which is exactly where I want to be to get some extra damage. The Fury is going to yell, "You're next!" And I'm going to use the Brutal Slam ability against this particular one.
Okay.
Ruin it right beside me. So let's go ahead and do some Brutal Slam. That is going to be a
Nice.
14 plus 4 damage. 14 plus 4 damage. So that's 18 points of damage, and I get to push it 4 squares from me.
You throw that one right off the wall.
Yes.
Nice. And that also burned that.
Okay. If I look at this guy in this room here, that's kind of hanging out down here, is he like bleeding out or just unconscious?
He's just unconscious. You think it would take you a maneuver to shake him awake?
I kind of am afraid to do that with all these demons running around. I was going to kind of give it a minute. If he's not bleeding out, I don't feel like he's in incredible danger.
You do think he's in incredible danger because you do think this floor isn't much for this world.
Ah, crap. So I'm gonna okay, cool. I'm gonna hop on in, use a maneuver to kind of nudge him away and be like, yeah, get out of here, buddy.
That wakes him up. He gets up and he runs for his life. So you got one civilian saved. Add him to the total.
One. I'd say I think my speed, because I took damage last round. I took damage. Speed should be 8, so that's 1. Can I break? We can break up our movement, right?
You can.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, leap, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, buddy. And I'm gonna end my turn right there.
All right. Now their turn. So I'll have that one that you just moved adjacent to go. He is this guy here. He was attacking the tactician. He'll stay doing that. He will first do a maneuver called, let's see, Fury. You have some wounds, right? Those extra hit points aren't. Okay, he's getting assault wounds. I think he only does 1 creature at a time. 3 winded creatures. Okay, so I think you weren't winded. No, you can't assault wounds on you. No one's currently winded. Was the physician winded before he got his temps? I mean, the tactician. Was the tactician winded? Don't think he was.
Sorry, I'm on mute.
I don't think tactician even got temps. It was elemental, shadow, and
I did not have temps, but I am wounded.
You're slightly wounded, but not winded, which is like bloodied.
Not winded.
Okay, so that he can't do assault wounds. So instead, he's just going to do his bloodletting claws. He's going to do his soul burn. It's going to give him 2 edge on the bloodletting claws. That's a tier 2 result he barely got, so I'll give him a tier 3 result for 6 damage to the tactician.
All right, I will have it once again.
Hey, that's my friend.
Do you have a special power, Fury?
My special power is on. It looks like it's only force movement.
Ah, yeah, I see it. Okay.
I'm just interrupting and yelling fun stuff. My apologies.
Carolina's your turn.
Oh, yeah. I just said it was a 1. I would like to. I was not ready. I think I'll yield to someone else.
Elementalist would like to take a turn.
Go ahead, Elementalist.
So Elementalist is going to move in. Is this a window up here, Tom?
That is a window, and this is also a new thing that you guys haven't faced yet. This is a minion, even though there's only one of them. So you won't get a whole lot of benefit from fighting it. But generally, when you're fighting minions, if you have an area power, I think if you have a power that does enough damage to go past their hit points, it can spill onto the next minion. So, like if the Fury comes into a bunch of minions, you could kill a whole swath of them with an attack that, in theory, only targets one of them.
Okay, but this is just one little guy.
This is just one guy, so no big deal.
Okay. I'd like the Elementalist would like to use practical magic, use its knockback, and try to push it through this window. It can use reason for its knockback instead of might. Can I get an angle on that?
You can try, yeah. What page is knockback?
Knockback can only push 1 square, but then he can trigger he has a trigger ability that can add 4 to it.
Okay, go for it.
So I think it's just a reason roll if I can figure out how to do that.
Knockback, here it is. Yeah, if you get a tier 2, it's push 2. Tier 3 is push 3. Shove adjacent creature who's the same size as you or smaller, which it is. And it's actually small.
Seems like you won't get it to the window then.
It's the same size as you, yeah.
Well, I'll get it to the window.
Go for it. Okay. So your might is a -1, so that's a 11, so it's tier 1. You pushed him 1.
Well, he gets to use reason for it instead of might.
Okay. So
and
still
then
tier 2, that gets him 2.
He will use his triggered action explosive assistance to spend 1 of his essence and move an extra 4 squares. Get it out the window.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, that blasts him all the way out the window. Nice. And that frees the civilian, so you got 2 freed. The civilian runs for it.
Out while you can.
Yeah. I'm going to put the freed ones. I'm going to keep a tally. The safe ones are on the left. The dead ones are on the right. So far, none dead. 2 saved. Then Elementalist done. So now I'm going to have an enemy go unless the shadow goes.
Not yet.
I'm going to have the runic go by Carolinus. And this runic Carolinus is going to do a soul burn to try and really cut you up, giving him double edge on his bloodletting claws. That's a tier 3 result, therefore, for 6 damage.
Okay.
2 of those victory points, villain points, I mean. And he's all done. Next to go. So, Carolinas, if you don't want to go, change your initiative to 0. Otherwise, I'm just grabbing them in the order they appear in the initiative. But assuming you're not ready yet, I'll have the tactician go next.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. I still have this guy in front of me. He has dealt damage to me. So I will attack with my pain for pain. We got to get this guy out of here. Save the people. And he... Okay. I'm doing this all out of order. Can I have marked him first?
Sure. Yeah, you can mark.
Keep forgetting this. So that will give me an edge on that. And then he has... So I have 2 edges on it. Do edges stack? I forget.
Edges, yeah. You can get double edge, which instead of giving you a +2, knocks you 1 tier up.
Yep, so I'll go 1 tier up because of the 2 edges.
14
since he dealt
damage
damage to me before.
That finishes that demon.
Yes. All right.
Yeah.
And we had nobody there, and then we have fire, but we got to get to the other side somehow. So I'm going to try to... Is there anything I can do about the flames? Like, could I extinguish them enough to make it safe to pass by or anything like that?
You could try and put them out, but that'd take a maneuver.
Which I don't have.
Yeah.
Because I use my maneuver. All right, let's see how terrible it is. I'll run through.
3 fire damage. That's what you take.
All right, that's fine.
And then...
And how much do I move? I move...
Your speed is 6.
6. So let's see, I was there...
Diagonals are always
4, 5, perfect. All right. And I'm done.
3 fire to you. Tactician's done. Bad guy's going. We had a pitling attacking a commoner in the other room. He's going to try and spit on them again. Oh. And then this door over here opens. You see their little rat-like demon. 3, speed of 4. Gets to there. And it's done. Then next will be Carolinus.
Are we supposed to be seeing that?
Do you see him? He's right over here.
Oh, my apologies. Thank you. I was looking at a different door, like a fool.
Hey, I think I'll probably just use half my movement to shift.
Okay.
And I shall shift through the wall with my ability. And I think that I should probably just spend an action to recover. And in addition, I think maybe I shall use my prayer again, since nobody requires healing. So I shall use my prayer with this time just a single boon. So I think that will take it to the tier 2 result.
Correct.
And that means that I shall gain another 1 piety.
Okay.
I shall go up to 3 and then 4. So and yeah, I'm going to use my action to recover, go up to 14.
Okay.
And then I shall move my little specter into the next room.
Okay, Shadow, you're next.
Okay. I had 2 insight to start.
Right.
Because I didn't use them last round. So could you add
So
2
you
more
get
by a 4?
your action economy in Draw Steel is you get an action, maneuver, move. You can trade your action for another maneuver or another move. So it'll take a maneuver, which you can do 2 of, to do a medium might test to get the rubble off of the one square to your west. If you do that, they'll both flee. If you want to try an easy presence test, that's also a maneuver, and that'll get the one that's not caught.
Okay.
So
Could I make a deal with you?
yeah, what's that?
Could I make a more difficult persuasion type check to have the person come with me and help me dig the other person out?
Yes. In fact,
Okay,
I will make you make a check for that. It's reasonable for you to do that. They will try and help you. So your medium might test will become an easy might test to get them loose.
Okay, so might would be this button here.
Correct. Oh, that's not good.
That's a very, very low roll.
So you got a 4, unless any of your skills
4.
have to do with lifting things.
My skills, not really.
So it's easy, an 11 or lower, an easy test, you fail the task, which will grab. But the good news is you got 1 more maneuver left, because you can trade your action for a maneuver to try again.
Okay, so I'll try the same thing again. Okay, that's a little better.
That will be enough to make the medium one, which is you succeed in the task, and those 2 flee. Yep. You have your movement left.
Then I will move to this door down here.
when you get adjacent to it, you can look into that room in a little bit more detail. You see no one in the room. You see an open door beyond out to looks like a balcony, and you don't see anyone out there yet.
Can I
Is there
continue
any
moving?
details
You
offered
can
for this
continue
room?
moving.
So okay, there's
If you have
that
movement.
door is open. Yeah, I do. The door is open out in the balcony,
Correct.
but I can't see.
You don't see anyone right adjacent to it. It might be around the corner.
And
If there is anyone, they might be around the corner.
Is it dangerous? Is the fire dangerous in there?
You would know if it's dangerous by making a maneuver and an easy insight check, but you're out of maneuvers.
Correct. All right, so I will continue moving. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can get to here. I can't quite get to that door.
Okay. Okay, and that's the end of round 3. The whole place shakes violently and collapses down to the second floor. And when it does, there were 2 people left in a room to the southeast that you never got to, but otherwise you freed everyone else. So that's good news. The demons perish in the collapse, leaving no other demons around for you guys to worry about in this floor. And then you guys appear basically where you're at on the floor below. Down there. Your hero points all carry over, so keep track of them where they were. You don't lose any of them. I might have moved you slightly from where you were if there was something underneath where you were falling. Otherwise, you're going to be...
I mean, this inn is going to save so much money in the cost that they would have had to do for vaulted ceiling.
Okay, so if you look down below where you were, you'll see where you're...
Oh, there's even more holes.
Does my stone wall fall?
Yeah, it crumbles down.
Understood.
I'm going to miss that wall.
Okay, everything. Your incorporeal creature stays up there where it's at, but it's only 2 squares of movement to come down, so it can get down pretty quick.
Sweet. I'll mark that with a token just so it's easier.
Okay. I'm going to make sure I got you seeing everything you can see. So I got open or closed doors on the west wall, closed doors on the north wall, except for one open one here. The east rooms are pretty much caved in and collapsed. There is a door closed out to a balcony over there, an open door to a balcony over here, and creatures.
Come on, friendly creatures. Nope.
Shadow, you appear kind of in the middle of a chase. There's 4 humans right beside you running to the east, like running towards those stairs that go down. They are being chased by a whole gaggle of demons to the north, coming your guys' direction. The demon villain power is likely reset, so they're only going to be at 10 when the battle starts. And these are all minions, so if you can get in an area where you can get multiples, you can maybe kill multiples. Area effect powers work good on them. What else is there? There are 2 civilians cowering to the southeast in this room over here that you can see. They look to be frozen in fear. Might take a maneuver to encourage them to flee. What else do we got? I think that's everything you see. Okay.
Do we take any damage or derelict effect from falling through the floor?
You will.
Yay!
When the room collapses, the floor... Or no, that's wrong. When the floor collapses... Here we go. You guys are going to make a resistance roll. You can use your choice of agility or might. It's the same button either way. You just take the higher of those 2 scores. And an 11 or lower, you're going to take 5 damage and prone. The 12 to a 16, no damage but prone still. 17 plus, no damage and not prone. So everyone make a might or agility. 11 or less, you take 5 damage and prone. 12 through 16,
which
you're prone.
button? The
It'd be the
big
one
large
just to the
one?
right of the initiative.
Yeah.
Or no, one to the right of the big one of initiative. So it starts out M2, A -1, R2.
Right.
If you're prone, click your token, and on the choices of things to mark your token with, there is one that looks like a person kneeling down. That's the prone.
What was
mark.
the tier 2 result?
Tier 2 is prone only. Tier 1 is prone and 5 damage.
Tom, since I have a skill in gymnastics,
You can add that.
if
Yeah.
and what
You get
does that add?
Get to add 2.
Oh, so cool. So
you're 20.
I stuck the
18.
landing, baby. I
Stuck
stuck
it.
the landing.
Yep.
And since I have a skill in religion, I assume that I can pray. I'm joking.
No.
Yeah, can I get a clarification? Carolinus, at the beginning of combat, said he was getting out of the bath. So is he going through this whole combat naked?
No, you could,
No,
you could
no,
real
he's a
quickly throw
magical
something on if you want.
He's a magical conjurer. So
He's wearing a washcloth.
He conjured a rope.
You're wearing fantasy armor. It looks like lingerie, but it incredibly is effective in combat.
That's right.
Here we go.
Substance over style.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're all competing for our area abilities that will destroy all of these minions. Who'd like to take it?
I got one missing guy here. 5 pitlings got that, and a runic captain leading a squad of 4 frenzied. Okay, so this squad of frenzied actually has a non-minion leader. Ruin it. Add him to that. Leaders will often convey to their squad. So like this group of minions, these 4 minions here, they might have something coming from this leader that they are with. In fact, they have a thing called Corrupt Claws. Squad members deal damage to a creature. That creature becomes bleeding. So if any of these frenzied damages you, you'll become bleeding. Bleeding means you cannot get a recovery. All right, that's all the creatures that you see on there. Their initiatives. And then you guys, a couple of you want to go first? Elementalist or Carolinus, which one?
I had a quick question.
Yes, sir.
On the rolls we made when we fell, I have this thing that says if you get the highest level for something you do, you gain an insight. Did that count as one of those?
I think it's the highest level on a power roll, which this is a power roll. So let's say yes.
Okay.
You can look it up in detail later, but an ability check does count as a power roll. So
okay, cool. Thank you.
It might say it was a power roll, or it might say it's a signature ability. You'll have to check that.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Okay, Elementalist, go ahead.
Elementalist will move forward, and Emerald the Elementalist will spend 4 of his essence to do a conflagration in 4x4 squares.
Okay.
Get all of these.
That can be persistent, right?
It can be persistent,
So I'll
yes.
just draw it out there for us for now. You can drop the persistent power at any time should you want an ally to be able to move through it. And I don't think it actually does anything for an ally to move through. So an 11 total?
11, that's right.
So that's a tier 1 result, which is 5. You get that for every minion, though. That's the nice thing. So every minion's going to take... So you got a total of 20 damage to the minions, 5 times 4, which is going to take out 2 of the minions. And I'll generally take it from the center of the area effect outward. And then it's going to have spillover to damage a 3rd minion to the tune of 4. Minions don't get winded, and they kind of combine hit points together for effects.
Does the main demon take damage?
Yes, he does. He's going to take 5 fire. What else, Elementalist?
Elementalist will use its maneuver to push this guy back. Using its practical magic, he gets some range on that. So try to get him into the conflagration. That is reason, so that's a 12.
12 is tier 2, which is push 2.
Okay.
Okay. Then Carolinus, your turn. Oh no, I'm sorry. Bad guys.
No, you've ungrouped my minion.
Excellent.
That's okay.
Actually, can I trigger here to go?
Yeah, go for it, Shadow.
Excellent. I am going to. I checked before, and it's only on attack rolls where you get the highest tier that you get to have.
Okay.
So I only have 4, but I have 6 because I'm starting right now.
Yep.
So I am going to use Blade Dance. I can move up to my speed, and that movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. And I can make a power roll against each enemy who becomes adjacent to me during this move.
Nice.
I look over to the 4 people to my right and say, run. And then I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is my move. So I will take an attack against those 3 as I go.
Awesome.
I would have loved to give you my holy infusion. I'm too far away. No.
It's okay.
Sorry, God's over here.
Blade Dance. Here we go. I have to find the button. Blade
Come on,
Dance.
baby, just dance.
There it is. Boop. So first
I think
one
you get it
is
rolled
only
3
8.
times. Yeah. So first on
So the first one, 9.
Okay.
Second one is a 10. And last is the 18. There we go.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So the first one it's going to do soul burn. The minions don't get soul burn, only the leader does. So it's going to spend that. Going to take 2 damage from you. Then the minion, first one took 4. That's enough to kill the first one. And the second one took 8. That's enough to kill the second one. Whole group of minions is gone.
Okay.
2. All right. That was the Shadow Elementalist, and now they're going. I'm going to have the Runic go, the one that's right by the Shadow. He's going to try and turn and attack the Shadow. He's going to go ahead and do Burning a Soul as he does. Bloodletting Claws come out, slashing at you. That's a 12. That's tier 2. burned a ruin for 2 edge to tier 3, so that's 6 damage to the shadow.
And then I will do my trigger, have the damage, teleport 4 squares. So let's go over to...
It's like fire all over here, so I better draw some fire squares.
And the damage I took comes out of my temp, so I'm still doing okay.
I'll move you guys back as soon as I draw the fire that you're landed in. Not real clear where all the fire is, so I'm just kind of randomly throwing it in there. Okay, that should be good. Then, Shadow, you save the 4 that were running by putting yourself, interposing yourself between the demon and those 4. Those 4 are getting out. Put them over in the rescued column for this level.
Yes, I heroically fell between them and the enemy.
Nice, good job.
Next to go after the Shadow, the Ruinant's gone. Carolinas looks like it wants to go. So, Carolinas, you're going to start in fire. I'll be 3 fire damage.
Oh, no resistance then. Okay, but damn it. And I shall stand from prone. And does that cost anything, or is it
standing from prone is a maneuver?
Movement?
It's a maneuver.
That's not great. That's in fact terrible.
Yes.
I love my maneuvers on the. So that is okay. I will stand from prone, and I shall move this way.
You're going to have to clear one more square of fire just to move, so it'll be another 3 damage. There's really no way to avoid it for you, though, so you took the shortest route.
One moment.
Unless you can teleport out.
I'm thinking of maybe doing something else, just because I didn't realize how much damage this would inflict. So I'm thinking about teleporting both of us and having us stand and then still having my maneuver. So I think that seems the better choice. So I did not realize the mechanics around standing and fire, so I apologize. So instead, I shall use Lightfall on no enemies, but just in this grove.
Okay.
It allows us to teleport, and when you are... Oh, no. When you're being teleported by somebody else, when you're teleporting yourself, you can stand at the end of the teleport, but if you're teleporting somebody else, then they remain prone.
That's right.
But I can fix that. So this is just really destroying my entire turn. You know what? Screw it. I'll take the extra damage and I'll stand as I did before.
All right.
It's awful. And oops, I minus 23. That was my 9. And so instead, I shall summon my my Angel of Wrath, a warden, a grove warden.
Nice.
And I shall summon it right here. I will do it above the minion since it takes up space, and it should. Well, I don't know how this interacts with. I don't know how this interacts with minions. Normally, any creature that starts its turn takes damage, but I don't know if they start their turn as like a group, if it does very little damage, actually, in fact. I'm sorry.
Just grabbing a button for your angel.
I don't think this angel is actually going to do anything because of how minions work, strangely.
Let's put that there. And then the angel. Okay, so let's click the angel button. I'll let you know what I think it does. Angel of Wrath.
Okay, I'm doing it above.
Summon angelic spirit of size 1 who can't be harmed and who appears in vacant space and distance till the end of your next turn. You allies can move through, enemies can't. First time on turn, that enemy move in one of spirit or Spartan's turn there, they take 4 holy damage. So it'll be 4 times the number of minions that start adjacent to it. So it'll do a lot of damage to the minions.
So it's above the minion there.
Yep.
And then I still have my, I do not have my maneuver since I used it to stand, but I have my full movement, you said?
You do, yeah.
Then I shall move this way. And I shall also move my creature here. I shall move it 5 squares over to here and peer within this room.
Okay. In that chamber, you can see there's another person in there, although they are dangerously hanging on by dear life to the last portion of floor before they would fall to the floor below. They are in the very southeast corner. I just drew them. Right
very well. And I shall subtract 1 from my piety since I gained 2 in that
very good
turn.
Okay, then after Carolinas goes, we have the Pitlings go next, who are all surrounded by the angel and all slain by the angel. And
there's one underneath the angel. Remember him.
Him too. And then first time on turn, that enemy moves in 1. Okay, so that last Pitling doesn't want to move next to you. So it's going to brave the fire, which isn't actually dealing damage until you hit it again. A speed of 4. Oh, 4. And it'll turn its... I don't know if I can do this. I might just... That's something illegal. Use its move, or use its... No, I won't do that. Minions are only supposed to get an attack and an action. I don't know if they can turn their attack into another move. I mean, attack and a move. But it's going to go there and spit at the shadow. It's going to do can do soul burns. So that's a tier 1, 2 points of poison damage to his shadow.
I take 2 points of poison damage.
All right, after the shadow, or after the pitlings, his initiative comes Fury.
Yeah, so I had a question.
Yes.
This spot right here.
Yeah.
Is that floor? Can I stand on that?
There's a part of floor that looks
Wonderful.
pretty precarious. You can try it and find out.
Resistance roll.
I'm going to chance it. Here's what's going to happen. First, I'm going to use my maneuver to stand up.
Okay.
So there we go. Maneuver to stand up. And then I'm going to start running. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm taking the charge action.
So each of those red squares is fire squares.
Oh, sure. Then looks
you could have gone the same way there, and only got one of them if you want.
Yeah, let's take the one.
Okay. And then leaping.
The one
cross.
where you started as well.
Yes. Now I automatically succeed at any leap, although I do get, which gives me 1 extra, so I could leap 3. I do still get to roll just in. It says I get to roll just in case.
Mm-hmm.
I get the reward of the 1 extra square, so I don't have to worry about precarious.
Okay.
But let's go and find out. Well, first of all, my rage, because this is going to affect things. Okay, so I'm at a rage of 6, that's good for me. I'm happy with that. When I rage, I have double edge on might tests. So this leap I get to do, I have double edge on it.
Okay.
Yeah, and I automatically succeed.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I the wrong one. I automatically succeed. Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
I actually land here.
Go for it.
So, and then I'm going to move. So sorry, that was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then I get, at the end of the charge action, I get a melee free strike. And I get to add a bonus to weapon damage equal to twice my might score if I moved at least 2 squares away from where I started. So I'm going to add 4 to this damage roll.
All right.
And one moment, because I shall use for the first time my triggered action. I shall give you an holy infusion. So your attack has an edge and will deal holy damage.
Ooh. Okay. So I yell, get those people out of here. Or something. I don't know. Die, thing. Holy crap. That's the highest I can get.
Nice.
With the edge. Yeah, that's let's see, 13 damage plus my extra 4. So that's 17 points of damage to that thing, it looks like.
Plus 4 holy damage.
So it's going to do a soul parry to take 8 instead.
Oh, actually with the 4 plus the 4 holy damage, it's actually 21 points of damage.
21 plus it has weakness 3 holy, so 24. So that's 12 damage instead of 8. So it's 4 more to what you took.
Okay, I love that. Yeah, and then that is my turn. Leaping across.
Then you got a demon you can't see battling. No one was ever inside this room up here, right? Even though the door was open and none of you were like by the door. Okay, otherwise I should have told you that you could have seen something in there. You hear some sort of battling going on there. There's a demon attacking some commoners. Well, it just started up, so it's okay.
Okay.
12 is medium, 7 damage, plus he teleports him 3.
In which room is this?
This is the room through this door here.
North. Oh, wait, where?
To the northeast, through this door right there.
Yeah.
Okay, and then that's it for them. Next goes the tactician.
All right. Well, you guys cleaned everything up, which I figured you probably would. There are doors to the north.
Correct. No sound coming through any doors to the north except for the one to the northeast. You can hear something there.
The northeast. Okay, well, I'll open that one. Might as well.
And it's already open. You'll have to go through one fire to get to it.
Oh, you're talking about this one to the northeast over here.
That one there, yeah.
Okay. Yep. So I will have to go through a fire to get to it, but I feel like I might as well. I don't think I have anything that really helps other people move. All right. I will. Well, let's see. I don't need my maneuver necessarily, so I will mark the guy that Fury is attacking.
Okay.
To help out Fury there. Try to finish that up. And then I will move through the fire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
As soon as you get to the threshold there, you can see what's going on in the chamber. There is a demon and 2 commoners cowering from it. One of the commoners, the one closest to the demon, is wounded.
All right. I will say, you want me, demon. And let's see. Can I do anything? I can do a ranged attack from there. So my ranged attack. Let's see. Nobody there is close for that.
A normal free ranged is 5 squares unless you have a kit that makes it more range.
Well, I have. See how big the space is. 1, 2,
that's the other
3,
thing that a lot of you have
5,
is some
6,
mobility on your kit.
8, 9.
When a creature ends adjacent, you'll be able to shift 2.
Oh, against. Okay, I'm just reading through my powers, which have a lot of things that don't. There's a lot of triggery stuff that takes a long time to get to. Okay, can't use that. All right, so I think I just have to do my normal ranged attack. I think is what I end up doing. All right, ranged free strike.
It might be out of range where they're at, unless you have something on your
let's
kit.
see what it is.
You can turn your action into another maneuver or another move.
Okay, then maybe that's what I need to do. Let me see. Where does it say what the range is?
It's actually, I don't know if it's on your sheet. It's in the rules that it's 5 squares.
Unless your kit. Well, that's fine. So then I will move again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which brings me right next to it.
Nice.
And I say, I'm the holiest of holies. Come get some of this.
All right. 2 civilians being attacked by Ramesh on the note. Okay. That's the end of round 1. And next round to 14 villain points. Figure out if you want to go next or not. And then another Ruin It teleports in next to a spellcastery type. Their favorite target being
I feel very targeted.
Carolinus. Okay. So between Carolinus and the Fury, let's go first.
I'd like to go.
We're reapplying our initiative here, but
correct.
Yeah, I'm afraid of dying. This thing might kill me. So if anyone has like a way to safeguard me, I would appreciate that.
You need some anti-dying. You could come into my room and I'll heal you.
Yeah, I mean, like I thought I positioned myself safely, but these things just are teleporting next to me. So I think I better go sometime soon during the.
All right, Cornelius.
Just so I don't get.
Is it okay if he goes first, Fury, so he doesn't die?
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. It will probably just run up to me no matter what. I don't really know what to do.
What do you want to do, Carolinus?
You have anything that lets you spend a recovery?
There's the catch breath action.
I can use my action for that, but it is a significant investment. So I think probably the best I can do is here. This is what I shall do. I shall cast my Light's Fall on myself and this demon. So let me create my Druid's Grove. It shall be in these squares, and I shall make it so it intersects myself and the demon and goes down.
Okay, 3 holy does actually 6 holy to the demon because of weakness, and he'll use his soul burn to make it.
Or one moment before I use that, I shall move this way.
Okay,
which I don't
does
think
not
does
provoke
a triggered action. Yeah, and then I can draw it. Or I shall move. That doesn't actually matter. Yes, excellent. I shall move like this, and then let me click the button. Lights fall.
Okay.
So that is only 12, but 12 is a tier 2 result.
Correct.
And it shall also let me teleport.
Okay. That does 6 to it. It does soul burn to take 3 because it's
very good.
Weak to holiness. And then after you go, it'll go.
I'm not done. I shall continue to do my move now that I've teleported slightly away from it. And then I can use my full move. I'm using my green spirit ability to phase through the wall and get over to here. So I've used 1 square, and then from here I've used 3 squares. So I actually have 1 more square that I can move. And I'd like to see, is there a maneuver that I can help these young folks?
Yes, if you have a maneuver left and trying to encourage them, they'll get moving. You got a maneuver?
Okay, I do have a maneuver
All
left.
right.
Do I have to be next to both of them?
Nope. In the room there is good
Excellent.
enough.
Then I shall continue moving this way.
Okay, they run for it. Save 2 more of them now. And then after you go, the demon gives chase. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but can't reach you. Going to go ahead and get to there. Use its maneuver to salt wounds on you, though. Creature that's winded. You get a resistance roll, a might resistance roll, where you take some corruption.
I'm not very good at might, but I do have advantage on resistance, so let's see how I do. Or that is not the correct button. It is a bad roll.
No!
But it's going to be 6 plus 2, so 8. So a bad roll.
Bad roll, so 6 corruption. And
I'm dead because I have corruption weakness.
Yeah, weakness corruption, so you're 11 corruption.
So I will take 11 damage, and I'm negative now.
Treat the negatives, yeah, and now you're dying, which means you can no longer get back your recovery, and it gains a villain point for sending you into dying.
Well, I didn't have any control over that. I didn't misplay, everyone. Nobody think it was misplay.
It'll use its action to move. At negative 10, he's dead.
And I did want to move my spirit, I suppose, in my last turn, and there's not really a good place to move it, so I'll move it 5 this way.
Your turn, Fury.
All right. Hearing the pained cries of my good buddy over there, I'm going to narrow my eyes. I'm going to move here. I'm going to roll for my rage before I forget that, giving me a wrong button to click. We're going to go and go up to 9 rage. I'm going to go ahead and as I move to right there, I'm going to use Whirlwind Strike to try to take down both of these at the same time.
Nice.
That will cost 3 of my rage, but that still keeps me at 6 and the highest point that I can be. Do I do 1 attack against each one?
Nope, just the 1 roll of the button.
Just the 1 roll of the button. We're going to do that.
Just roll once.
Love it. So we're doing this, but I did move 2 squares, so I get to add 4 damage to this. I believe I had an edge against the Ruinet.
You do.
Yeah. Now, either way, it's still only going to be a tier. It looks like it's still only tier 2. I didn't quite.
4 damage finishes the Ruinet. 4 damage finishes the Pitling.
Wonderful.
Nice.
So that's movement 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to start running. Can I move through an ally space, or does that cost 2 squares of movement?
It is not difficult to move through allies.
4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right there. So I'm starting to run that direction with my maneuver. I guess I'm just going to. There's not really a maneuver that's super useful when you're not doing much, is it?
No.
And you can't move with a maneuver. I'll push myself. Actually, here's a weird little interaction, and I tell me what you think about this. I know what the answer is, Tom, but I'm going to just ask you anyway. So you can push as a force as maneuver, right? But I have this. Yeah, you can push as a maneuver.
Yeah, you can knock back.
It looks like. But there's this weird triggered action that I have of a target is forced move, and instead I can just make myself the one who's forced move instead.
Right.
Can I push someone and then instead say I move instead?
Yeah. And you could have done that during the whirlwind attack.
Well, I was going to push my friend here as I moved past him, but instead leap off of him.
Right. Your whirlwind attack gave you a push too.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Oh, it did. So I guess I would have an extra if I do that. So would you mind if I said I did that then? Like I'm leaping off the enemies as I'm running past?
Yeah.
Or
that's fine.
Okay, great. So yeah, I would have used my triggered reaction then. So I would have, with that whirlwind, I would have had push 1. I instead choose the target as me, and I can increase the force movement by distance number of squares equal to my might score, so that's 2 more. And if I spend 1 rage, I can get even 2 more on top of that. So I'm going to, let's say I spend 1 rage on that, do that, and then I get 4 more movement. So I'm just trying to get as close as I can. 1, 2, 3, 4. I know I just moved through fire, but I don't care because I'm resistant to fire.
Nice.
So,
the elementalist would like to do a triggered action to give you 4 more movement with explosive existence.
Oh, 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm running as fast as I can, trying to get to our friend over here.
All right.
Yes, I love your style and trying to do retribution here, but I actually did a bit of my own retribution, I realized, because that Salt's Wound ability is a ranged ability, yes. And my Pebble Ward gives me ranged immunity 2. So I actually have 0 HP, which I assume also means that I am dying.
Correct. But better than -2.
But it also will take some damage. So I have these silver acorns like a halo circling around me, and as he uses a ranged ability in a reprisal, they fling out towards him and deal damage equal to my highest characteristic. So he'll take 2.
Got it. The Ramash is attacking back on the Tactician now. Turning on you, Tactician. It's going to use 2 strike itself and squad. Okay. The Ramash will use Soul Burn to give him double edge to attack the Tactician with Abyssal Strike. Being a tier 1 result, that only makes it a tier 2 result. So Tactician 7 damage.
I will have that.
The Ramash is going to go ahead and stay there. And then next to go will be Elementalist.
Okay, Elementalist is going to move up here, try to open both these doors up here.
Okay.
What's in
no
rooms.
Good guys in either one. They are empty.
Okay. Then more movement. That was 1 movement. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Open this door.
Empty room as well, with the door on the far side.
Okay. That was 5, 6, 7. He's not persisting on this.
Gotcha.
So what is it, a maneuver or an action for double movement?
You take your action to double move. Yeah.
Okay. Double movement. Just opening doors as he goes, peeking in.
Okay. Kicking that door open.
Yep.
No one in that room. That room is a conflagration. Let me see if that matters here. Room's on fire. Smoke pours out of the cracks of the door. Oh, you would have known that first. Okay, so
okay.
Fire is pouring out of the cracks. That one indicates it's probably mostly on fire. You don't have to open it if you don't want to.
No. We'll skip that one.
Okay.
Then I believe it's 3 more movement. 2, 3. I don't think he can reach anything, so that'll end his turn.
Okay. Shadow, your
I
turn.
will trigger then. Or
oh, okay. Go ahead, Shadow.
Move
and then Tactician will get to go right after you.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a move. I will use my action to move again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm right here. Looking through this door, I see this person still hanging on.
Yeah.
With the situation, is there anything I think I can do to help? I could teleport in. I could teleport over to that square. Would that be useful in any way to pull him up, to cheer him on?
You would need to get some sort of like way for him to get out of there, like with a rope or something.
Okay.
So you double moved, leaving your action left. No, leaving a maneuver left. So you could use your maneuver to start tying off a rope if you want, that you can hurl to him.
Why don't I do that?
Okay. Count that as done, and we'll say he's out on his turn. It's a Shadow. Tactician, your turn.
All right. I will try to attack this guy who attacked me before, so I'll try to deal the most damage I can. Oh, and I'll mark him beforehand.
Okay.
So he says as he clicks. So then, so that is, where is the thing? So it is, yeah, so what is that, 14 damage then?
That's right, 14 damage. He'll soul burn that to take 7.
And really, let's see. So, so there's 2 people in here, and this is kind of the same situation. They'd have to move through fire to get out of here, right? So can I, instead of moving, can I? How do things convert to maneuvers? Is it action to maneuver or move to maneuver?
Action can be a maneuver instead of an action.
Okay.
So moves and maneuvers can't convert, but actions can convert to either one.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So then, I'll tell the guy who's not next to this enemy. Let's see. I guess I have a move, so I'll try to move back this way. Well, no, because then he's going to attack me. I don't really want to take damage. I can
half move can avoid that.
Yeah, that's right. I can shift, so I will shift back to try to goad him away from him, and I'll tell them to I'll give them a rope and a bit to get out the windows.
Got it. Okay.
So they can prepare
Third
for that.
round. You don't think this floor will last much longer. They're up to 21 victory points at the start of the 3rd round. Oh, wait. Dying creatures don't count, so they get 2 less. 319. Figure out what order you guys want to go in, And another Ruinant is teleporting in, adjacent to the most farthest away wizard. There. Okay. Fury, go for it.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna continue my mad scramble to get to my ally here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm going to use my devastating rush to finish to cover the rest of the distance.
Nice.
Here. So moving is this a qualified square, or do I need to move here where this bed is?
Can move 3 straight toward target. So the first square you can attack them from, so you can go past us where you could attack them from. So that one that you're in there would work, or this one would work. Your choice.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and go there. That sounds good. Actually, hold on real quick. I'm actually going to start my rush from here instead. So I get 1, 2, 3. I get all 3 of the movement. Yeah, devastating rush against this this Ruinant, right?
Yep.
And let's see. Oh, I'm sorry, my rage. All right, I am back up to 7 rage. All right.
So doing 4 of the damage extra?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Let's go. Yeah, it's 4.
Okay.
Yep. Twice my might score, so 4 plus 4 damage. And then plus 4, 5, 6, 7 for the movement. So plus 7 damage to this.
Nice.
Blup, blup, blup. Oh no!
It's 11 damage. He's going to soul parry that, take it down to 5 damage. There we go.
Yeah. And then for my maneuver, I'm going to go ahead and try to push him. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I don't want to push him away from me. I want this guy to stay right next to me. Oh, I guess grab him. Yeah,
okay.
Why not?
Make a grapple check.
Let's do it. Grab him. That is a very high. So I've now got him in got him kind of in a headlock in one arm and got my right there. So
okay,
beautiful. Actually, that is he just grabbed by me. The end. Okay, cool, done. That's it.
After you comes one of them. I'll have him go next.
I'll trigger. I'll trigger.
Go ahead, Shadow.
The two, the enemy here and the enemy here, both the same type.
That is correct.
All right, I'm going to then get my 2 more insight. Let's see, like 7. I will move to here, maneuver, teleport 5 to here. So I still have my action. I will use get in, get out. Get in, get out. So that is 14. So that's a 12 damage.
All right. He will parry to take 6.
And then I can continue to move. Part of the ability lets me move my speed that doesn't provoke. So I will go over here, open this door.
Inside that room, you see one individual and a closed door behind them. And that individual is there. Okay, so you go to try and open the door, and I was wrong. It's actually barricaded.
Okay.
You can try an easy presence test as a maneuver to try and convince them to open it for you, or as a maneuver, easy might test to bust it down. So
okay, I've already used my maneuver,
gotcha.
So I will try that next. In that case, I'm going to move back to here and try to get this creature to attack me.
Got it. Then I'm going to do the Ruinant on
Mr. Director.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I'm looking at the rules for dying, and it's not as I expected. It turns out it does not incapacitate you or have you faint.
Nope.
I'm still conscious.
Yep.
What it does is that it makes it so I can't catch my
right. Can't catch your breath. I think you can be damaged.
That means that I can still use all of my triggered actions and such.
Yeah, I think some of them might do damage to you, but yeah.
Okay. Would I have been able then to infuse some holy energy to my hero that's running to my aid?
Yes, you may.
Excellent. I shall infuse upon him. I believe he got a tier 2 result. Is that right, Fury?
I had actually gotten a tier 1 result.
Oh, okay.
Okay, excellent. Well, I don't know how far you were off, but an edge would give you +2, and you'll also do 4 holy damage with your strike.
And real quick, to make sure you want to do that, you'll take D6 stamina when you try a triggered action.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah. Whenever you make a test using might or agility, make an attack, or use an action or a triggered action, you lose D6 stamina.
I see.
That
might not be wise.
I don't think it would be enough to change this creature's ability to kill me, or kill us. So,
Okay.
I'm happy to learn about the rules though, so that's
It
good.
will turn on the Fury and attacking the Fury with a Soul Burn to get double edge with its Bloodletting Claws. Doing only one more tier up, so tier 2, 5 damage to the Fury.
Take that, me.
3, 1, 3 down to there, and then that's it. Next to go is going to be.
Actually, I'm going to use a triggered action.
Go for it.
Because it ends its turn next to me.
Mm-hmm.
So which allows me to shift 2 squares. When I have somebody grabbed, I can move at half speed. So can I shift 1 and bring him with me?
You bet.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
all right. So I'm just dragging him away like tentacles all over my face, tearing at my body. I'm like, not today, buddy.
All right. Next to go is going to be the Elementalist.
Elementalist gonna do a knockback on this guy. Try to send him into the pit.
That'll be a might check or a reason check for you.
Yeah, reason. So that's a 13.
Tier 2 result, which is push 2.
And we'll use his triggered action to push him another 2.
Nice. Take him out of the fight.
Yes.
Then your turn, Elementalist.
Then movement and maneuver to try to convince this guy to open the door.
Okay, that's an easy presence test.
Nothing's easy.
Oh, do you have anything that might be interpersonal that would help open them? Otherwise, you're only a tier 1 right now.
Edge on present test using flirt or persuade skills, high elf glamour.
Do you have persuade skill or flirt? I don't think you do.
Was this a persuade skill?
It's a persuade skill, but you don't have it's a persuade test, but you don't have flirt or persuade skills, which is an unfortunate build, I think.
Well, wouldn't it be that you get 2 from having the skill, and then you would have 2 from having an edge on doing the skill? I think they're completely separate.
Yeah, I don't think so, but we'll go with it.
That's what I was thinking. The high elf glamour ability gives you the edge.
Yeah, skill having a skill is not having edge. It's
no, I know they're different things, but you get the edge if you have the skill. You get +2 for the skill, plus you get another +2 for the edge. You don't even have those skills, is what I'm saying. But we'll say that worked, and he will open the door and let you out, or run for it, actually. Boom. Okay, that was the Elementalist. Anything else, Elementalist? And Tactician.
Get there.
Oh, I haven't even had that guy go yet. You want to wait, go after Carolinus?
Me?
Yeah.
I can wait, sure.
In fact, I'm supposed to go next, not you. Okay, so now he'll come to you, and he will Soul Burn to do more damage to you with an Abyssal Strike. That's going to be 7 damage. And he'll teleport, trying to keep you from getting away, even though that's your plan.
Damage to me, and I will have. Yeah, that's good.
1.
All
okay.
Right, so 3. Wait. I can do math. All right. So then I will tell them. I will toss them a rope.
Yeah, they flee. They run past you and out of the room.
Oh, they can just flee. Cool. Yep. Then that's fine. Then if they flee, then I will kind of keep the battle coming towards me. Then I have a maneuver. I'll mark him and I'll attack him again with my best ability to do damage. And that is going to be 14 damage.
14, I'll have that take 7. All right. And then that's all the enemies. So Carolina, it's your turn.
Very good. Thank you for dragging him away. Now I can use my ranged attack successfully. I think I shall do that since it does holy damage. So here is my Pious Force. I've clicked it and it has not done anything. Or maybe
I haven't seen it.
I'm not scrolled down.
I'm seeing it. Yeah, you bet.
It's down there. Not an excellent roll. It comports with all of my
like you're wounding. So 2 damage. He won't even try and parry that. And then you'll take D6 stamina damage.
Wait, what? So that's it is an action. So what am I supposed to do while I'm dying?
Walk somewhere safe, pretty much.
You can walk to me. I can heal you.
I suppose that I shall do that.
Stupid Mortal Kombat with this dude.
Okay.
In theory, you can double move and be not taking any extra damage at all.
You can get somewhere to where I am.
I mean, I've already done the Pious Force, so I'll take the D6 damage.
Okay.
Here, I'll roll the D6. 2 damage to me.
5 damage to it. Since it's weak to holy, you take 2 more. So you're -2. You can also move and do a maneuver. It's just if you do a maneuver.
So if I do a maneuver, I shall die more. So I think that I will. Does it count like? Is it only like actions and triggered actions that do attacks, or is it any sort of maneuver?
Whenever you make a test that uses might or agility, whenever you make an attack or a triggered action.
So hiding would kill you. That's quite funny. All right. Well, I shall begin my slow trek towards my friend.
All right. That's the end of the round.
And I shall use my little familiar here as well. I don't think that there are spaces that it can go. So instead, it will just go down to the next level, we'll say.
Okay. You guys rescued. Oh, wow. You rescued every single person on this lot. No, there's 2. There was 2 hidden behind this door right over here. Didn't come out. And so only 2 were lost, though. That's good. And we're going to, just as the floor is starting to rubble and collapse and drop down a level, we're going to take a break.
Or are folks finding the play test?
No, it's cool. It's always this kind of tactical game. I feel like the first game, I barely even know what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's so funny, like how many like assumptions that we make from familiar systems. Like, oh, you're dying? Well, I'll just lie on the floor then, right? That's not actually how it works at all.
There's such a difference if we know what, not just what our character does, but what everybody else is likely to do. Then it's a whole nother ball of wax. And
that's true. There's so much triggered actions and things of that sort. I think the game is aiming to have lots of teamwork elements.
Yeah,
I played the Conduit last time we did this. And
Conduit's super different.
Oh yeah, I'm really enjoying the differences between I'm trying the Fury now, and it's like it's a very, I really like the Fury. I like the Conduit too, but I really enjoy playing both now. I'm like, this is a fun little system. So.
All right, Tensa, I was the Fury first time I played. We switched.
Did we play together, or were we in different groups?
I did not play with Tom. This is my first time playing on this.
Oh, my apologies. So no, we didn't play together. So I like this immensely.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's different. We played Daggerheart, not too long ago, and that was a different kind of tactics that it's kind of interesting to sort it in my brain, kind of how the two compare together.
And I'm trying to remember Daggerheart because it's been a while. Was that the one that had like a lot more like teamwork stuff built in?
I was actually thinking it had kind of fewer common elements, but there was a lot more of sort of something that is boosting somebody else, but in less kind of less common terminology. Like this seems like it's spend a recovery, move you, right? It's sort of like narrow constraints. The other one was a little more like the power might do whatever it could do, right? Like whatever makeup might apply.
They're focusing heavily on creating a game that streams well, and so particularly the changes to the initiative system are such that it's trying to make it so that everybody goes when is narratively appropriate, which is very interesting. But I think that it is a very big ask for first-time DM kind of facilitate that flow.
Yeah,
it's difficult to create a battle
world angle
that feels fair.
Yeah. And we had a lot of. It was interesting comparing. Like Sean played one game, I played a different game, and we had totally different. Which side ruled the battle, DM or players, just based on sort of the whole hope versus whatever it's called. I forget now.
Fear. Hope versus fear.
Fear. Yeah. Like it was just so interesting how in our game, you kept taking turns as GM, and then in Sean's it was sort of the other way. Like they were endlessly controlling and going, and so all of these games, I feel like I have to play them way more, and they've been talking about making changes to Daggerheart post playtest that will be interesting. So we'll see what even the final form looks like, right?
We played that together, right, Teos?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
and I played 2 of them. We did one which was like a forest kind of defend the ritual caster kind of thing, and then we did the one on the airship, which I think is the one we did. Yeah, and that was very interesting. And there are definitely some holes in it, right? Like that one. I mean, I've been impressed how quickly Critical Role has done this, or Darrington, whatever you want to call it, versus MCDM's taken a long time. But the Darrington press felt a little more like, I changed into beast form and I couldn't do what they were telling me I could do. And then later you hear them talking about like, the beast forms aren't quite working the way we want them to. It felt a little more trial-y.
I can't believe it was all the way back in January when we played the first MCDM playtest. can't believe it's been 8 months.
Yeah.
They did a lot. They've changed a lot of stuff.
I could
I
see them
see-
going longer the way they are.
I see you guys found that even if you don't have a skill, if something tells you you get a bonus like an edge with a skill check, you still get the edge. So that's cool.
Yes, no traps there. I'm a fool. Of course, the conduit can heal himself.
Of course. Yeah.
Of course, he's the Healy guy. So that's what I did with my maneuver last round.
Very good.
I pumped some piety into it, or piety, and I
Just in
recovered 3
time
times.
for the building to collapse a floor. You all need to make a resistance roll, your choice of agility or might.
Ooh,
A
and
11
I
or
have-
lower is 5 damage and prone. A
I
tier
have
2 double
Hey,
edge on
Tom,
mights.
the elementalist was on
Really?
top of a bed as it collapsed, which I imagine would soften his fall.
If you were you really? Did you say that?
I didn't see it. The token
No.
was on.
There
Because
was
you
a
actually
very
can.
large bed in that room.
But they do say, if you brace yourself appropriately, you'll be okay.
Funny.
Okay.
I have a double edge, so I think that pops
Like-
me up to the next level. Yeah.
Double edge pops you 1 level up.
I
One edge
suck
gives you
at
plus
anything
2.
plus
Double
two.
edge gives you 1 higher tier. All right. So put the prone marker on your guy for prone. Now you guys all kind of land in different areas. It's interesting. So the tactician, you land in a food preparation / kitchen area. You can see a couple of slightly ajar doors to the south, and you just feel this immense negative energy or chaotic energy coming through those doors. You can see flames that direction, and oh, this is interesting. These flames are a lot brighter than the flames up above. I wonder if those flames up above weren't supposed to actually be flames. That's all right. Made it harder for you guys. Gave you some challenge. So you don't see exactly what's in the room below. The shadow, you land in the room below, and you see demons, quite a few of them, and a huge orb made out of just iron, just a solid, kind of rough-surfaced orb of iron. It's about 15 feet across, dominating the eastern side of the room, and pulsing off of that orb is a terrible energy. An abyssal orb. The energies of the orb fluctuate with the chaos of the abyss. I'm going to make a power roll for the orb. Okay, so I don't have anything for this, so I'm just going to roll 2d10. Ooh, that's not good. 17. That's highest tier. All demons on the ground floor within 10 of the orb gain an edge on all attacks and resistance rolls until the start of the next round. And it summons an additional squad of demons or Runit and 5 pitlings. So that's going to be Runit. 5 of these little guys. So the colored little circles on the icons indicate they're of the same squad. So that happens right at the start of round 1. Then the Fury, you're in your own room, but the door's open, so you can see out into the main room easily enough. Elementalist, you got a closed door. Your goal is to get out of this place after having secured the most of the inhabitants. None of you see any inhabitants on this floor. There are a couple of closed doors, so there's a potential there might be some more inhabitants. And figure out what order you want to go in, indicate appropriately, and then I'll grab the 2 that anyone who picks a 2. Ooh, everyone wants to go first.
How much damage do we take from falling?
5 points if you rolled a tier 1.
5 points.
0
Do we still
for
have if we have the temporary or the bonus hit points from
That's
the
still the
beginning?
end of the encounter, so I think
They
we're
keep
all in
going.
the same encounter.
Yep, they do.
Okay,
go.
this is still counts as the same encounter. Okay,
It
got
does. Looks like everyone
Okay.
wants to go first. You guys can decide amongst yourselves who's first.
So
I think that I might die again if
I don't have anybody in my room, right, Tom?
Correct, you're alone.
All right.
I can
so
downgrade
I would
myself
not
for
mind running out and doing something.
Yeah,
go
I'm
ahead.
just mostly worried about getting swarmed.
Yeah. I would like to help people destroy things.
Saying I was gonna run in and clear the way a little bit.
So I will. So I'm able to get there and open up the room, which is what I open up the door. I'll of course be yelling at anybody to, come out. We're here to help you. And then once I see my friends in the main room, I'm gonna now do seize the opening and spend 5 focus, which I've been gathering up. And so 2 allies within 10, which most people should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, very close. But if you're within 10, I can have you spend a signature attack as a free triggered action. And you'll do extra damage. You'll do, what's that, +2 extra damage?
Can you move one more space?
I was gonna say, if you can move one more space, I'm within 10.
Let's see. Can I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I don't think I can. I think that's my. Well, let's see. I could not maneuver, and then I can move again, right? So I could.
No, you can only trade an action for a move.
Oh, an action for move. So then I cannot. I don't think I have anything else that is. That's as close as I get. Am I not close enough?
No, I put that aura on you. That's
you
your
can see
range.
the yellow.
Oh, I see. So I'm only. Oh wow. Okay. Well then, can I ready? Is there a ready in this game?
Oh, good question. Yeah, I think there is.
All right. So when 2 people have come within 10 of me, that are holding up their left hand, that'll be the high sign. Then I will use my Seize the Opening, and you will both get signature attacks as a free triggered action with extra damage.
Yeah, I don't see it actually, but we'll say there is for now.
Okay.
I'll have to read that in the rules. Huh. Okay, that was the tactician. You get that yellow. He's going to do his thing, and then first to go, I'll have the ensnarers and the ruinant that are close to him. Go next. Attack. Speed of 5. Oh, rush up to attack. Now, interestingly, I think minions can only attack 1 per target. So you're going to get 1 attack from those 3. It's a tier 3 result. It's 5 damage. Well, they must have reach. Reach of 3, all right. Well, since that'd be more beneficial to you, I will just rewind that. They pull you into the room.
Oh.
They do 5 damage to you, but they do slow you. That's until the end of your next turn. That means your speed will be halved till the end of your next turn.
Did 5 damage, so I can have that. Might as well. I got hurt after all this.
That just made your ready to action a lot more useful, though.
Yeah, so all you guys have to do is hold up left hands, and I can...
So it was only 1 set of 5 damage, even though 3 attacked you. The rules for minions is they each can only attack 1 creature, so...
You know what? I think I can't have my damage because it would spend my reaction. And probably, if there is a rule for ready to action, it probably is.
You would think,
reaction.
yeah.
I'm just going to not do it.
Okay, so then the Ruinant, who's part of the same squad, the same group of monsters, goes, and it's going to go ahead and do a move to there, move to there. It'll salt your wounds first when it's far away as a maneuver. As a resistance roll, so you do a might resistance roll.
Might resist. Okay, that's my second button?
Yeah.
That guy? Ooh, that's not good.
Okay, but it's only 6 corruption, and I think you are immune 5 corruption. So you only take 1 damage from that.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah. And then when it gets to you, it'll bloodletting claws on you.
No, that sounds terrible.
Oh, and it's corrupted claws. Oh, and since a squad member of it's hit you, you're bleeding until the end of your turn as well as being slowed, which means you can't recover. You can't spend a recovery. And then the bloodletting claws was a tier 1 result for 2 damage.
Not in the face.
It's all done. Right. Carolinus, go ahead.
Okay, I shall gain 2 piety here. So I think that Shadow, do you still have temporary HP? Never mind.
Yes, I do.
I think I shall do something else. So I shall jump upon this table and raise my left hand.
That triggers your power, tactician.
Yeah. Well, when the second person does, right? Because I need to get to it.
I'm already in it.
He's already his hand's been up the whole time.
He's had his hand raised. And he's looking at me anxiously.
Best student award. All right, yeah.
Right,
you guys can both take your signature actions.
All right, we're making signature attacks, and these are free triggers. So I shall do that with my bike. So that is 16. Didn't have an edge or anything, did it?
You get +2 damage. You do not have an edge.
Okay, so 8 cold damage upon this one.
8 cold. Okay. It will...
It cannot use triggered actions.
It cannot. Got it.
And then my signature, I will target this one here.
Okay.
With a dagger. That is Fade. Fade. Boom. So that's a tier 2, 9 damage, and I can shift 2.
9. Okay, it'll do a soul parry. 8. Okay. And that was part of Carolinus' move. What else you got, Carolinus?
All right. My next thing that I shall do is a maneuver for healing grace upon our dear leader. So let me put that out for you. Healing grace. All right. You may spend a recovery, and
you can't do that right now. He can't spend recoveries because he's bleeding.
But I can spend a piety to end a end of turn.
There you
or
go.
Resistance that ends a roll.
So that'll end
And I'll be
that.
spending, and then you can spend a recovery.
Thank you very much. That is magnanimous.
All right, and that is surprisingly only my maneuver and a free trigger action. So I still have my action, and for that, I think that perhaps I shall wait another moment before I use my big piety move. So I will just use Lightfall upon this group of 4 minions and this one.
Okay.
So here is my Lightfall. Of course, my druids grow. And all right, so that is tier 2 result. So it's going to be 3 damage to each of these minions.
So that's 3 times 4 is 12. I'll take 3 of them out.
And it is also holy damage. So if they do not like that.
Oh, I'll take all of them out and do 3 more to this guy. He'll do his soul burn.
He cannot
he
do
can't
triggered
do triggered
actions.
actions. Till the end of his turn? Is that what that's?
Yes.
Okay. And he'll take 3 more. Got it.
And then I shall run. So I shall run this way. And I'm going through the wall with my green spirit ability.
Okay.
Goodbye.
After the Carolinas will come. Well,
I will take
Or
a
you know
triggered
what?
action.
I will instead run this way. And I believe this is a window, yes?
That is a window, yes.
I would like to be able to see into the room.
All right.
There
Then
we
the
are.
Shadow seizes the action. Go ahead, Shadow.
I will take my movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whoop, moving to here.
Oh.
Then I will use Blade Dance, so I can move up to my speed and make a attack against each creature that was adjacent to me. So I will go 1, 2, 3.
I have very fortunate news. That Blade Dance ability, even though it attacks multiple people, it has a tag that says that it is an attack, which means that I can infuse you with holy energy. You're infused.
Ooh. Okay, I make a power roll against each enemy who becomes adjacent during the move. So I was here. So let's see, 1, 2, 3.
You're going to do it a single edge or dual edge on the infusion?
I think that I will make it a dual edge since this is cool. So I'll spend a payday to do that.
So you're going to be 1 tier higher in every result for the Shadow.
Okay. Mike, I have a question. Can I get past this big evil thing to hit the square
you
right
could
here?
Be here. You can go into that square.
Okay. So I will do that then.
Okay.
So lots of rolls. We'll start with, I assume this
You bet.
is the non-minion. And
that's the only one you're going to need to roll for because you're going to auto kill all the minions.
Okay. So I will do the Blade Dance. I need to click the right button. Blade Dance. There you go. Boop.
Okay.
It's a double edge. You get a tier 2 result.
5 damage plus 4 holy damage, right?
Yes.
So 9 damage, 10, 11, 12. Because he's weak to holy, he will soul parry that to take it down to 6. And then all the rest will perish.
What about this guy here that I ended next to?
Then that one is also a minion and perishes.
Okay, so that was my action and my movement. So I have a maneuver.
Sean, this does not stand. You just cleared a lot of things. Give us some give us some color here. Give us paint us a picture here. How do you look?
Cool.
You just the ash of the fires is falling down, and I just become one with that ash as I weave through the room, making blades of the ash with little sparks flying as the life force drains out of each creature I hit.
Nice.
And
I think that any addition that I do with the infusion would just make that sound less cool. So it's very subtle.
Right, but it's very holy now.
Yes, it has a bit of confetti in all of that ash.
Exactly. And I think I'll just stay there.
Okay. All right. After the Shadow, we'll have the Torlast demon. No, Torlast demon. I will have that Ruin It there, closest to the Shadow. We'll come over here. It will close in the Shadow. It will soul burn to do double edge on Bloodletting Claws. 12, so it's 6 damage to the Shadow.
I will use my trigger to have that damage. And where'd you go? Teleport 4 spaces. I will go 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I'll go right here.
Okay, then Fury, your turn.
All right. Oh, this changed my turn a bit. All those minions going away. I love that. Okay. Cool. The Fury is going to. Well, first I'm going to roll for my rage. Let's see what we get. We are looking at a beautiful. That is the wrong button again. Every time.
3.
10 rage total right now. I need to start spending some of that. So, okay, I'm going to use my Devastating Rush ability now. I'm going to go ahead and go, well, first I'm going to move one. Move one here. Then I'll Devastating Rush 1, 2, 3 to then get to this Ruin It here. And Devastating Rush is going to have a +3 to damage, also +4 because I am in my Ultra Rage mode. Devastating Rush, blah, 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 blah. That is going to be a tier 3. That's going to be 16, 17, 18, 19, 23 points of damage.
You obliterate that demon. Demon parts fly in all directions.
So I'd only moved one before I used Devastating Rush. So I'm going to go ahead now and try to, I'm going to base up this guy.
Okay.
And as my maneuver, so hold on, that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So as my maneuver, I'm going to go ahead and try to grab this guy.
Okay, make your grab check.
You will do. That is not very good. That is not good. I have double edge though. Oh, I have double edge. Okay, so
that makes it a middle choice.
Okay. So yeah, with the grab on a middle, I believe it gets a chance to kind of punch me right back.
Yeah, it's a free attack on you, I think, is what happens. And so its free attack does free strike. 3 damage to you.
Okay, buddy. All right. So yeah, he gets his free strike. I have no more movement left, so we're gonna go ahead and end it. Call it there.
Okay. After you, I'll have him go. So he's going to try and strike out at you. He's going to teleport out of your grab, come behind you here. Then he's going to do a soul burn to power up his abyssal strike, doing 4 damage, and he'll teleport 2. Take adjacent creature with you and teleport. Creature appears in vacant space adjacent to your destination. So he'll teleport over to here, drop you in the fire, spending 2 victory points, but that doesn't matter. So he spent 4 total, so down to 102. Because you're immune to fire, or at least 5 fire. So no damage to that. And then after that, he'll use...
I get a triggered action?
Oh, go for it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind. It's still his turn. My apologies.
End of his turn. Strike. Okay, then he's going to teleport. He's going to use Grasping Shadows. That can't be right. Targets can teleport to, and you can make an abyssal strike, even though that's an action. Okay, we'll call that done. So now you can take your trigger.
My trigger allows me to move 2 squares if it ends its turn next to me. So I will go ahead and 1, 2.
All right, Elementalist, you are next.
Okay. Elementalist will come out of the room. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now,
don't forget, you might have started prone, so you might have to use your maneuver to stand.
All right, maneuver. Yeah, maneuver to stand. Does the Elementalist have line of sight through the flames or not? Yes. Okay. In that case, a conflagration.
Yeah, my bright sight.
Conflagration. Seeing the tactician surrounded. I'll actually go on the side. Try to get the big enemy here too. So 4 square by 4.
Okay.
So that's the cube. We'll get these 2 guys, and I'll roll it. It costs 4 essence.
Ooh, nice.
10 fire.
10 fire. Okay, that kills the ensnarer. And 10 fire to the big guy. He'll use a... So they got 2 points left, so he'll soul parry that. Take 5 fire. There. Use up all their villain points for the first time.
Does a area attack spill over to adjacent minions or not? Because
it does. These minions turn out to have 10 hit points each, though, so didn't spill over any. But yeah, even a minion outside the area, if there was any enough spillover, it would have killed him.
That's interesting. I thought that was with attacks. The minion rules are very unintuitive.
Yeah, they can be, yeah. And who knows how correctly I'm playing them. Before you make any comments on MCDM's game, read the rules and make sure I did it right. I don't like how this worked. Well, that's not the way we wrote it.
I can't believe minions auto-killed me on a 2.
Okay, Elementalist. After you comes the Torlas. The Torlas, what is he going to do? He's got the shadow right there adjacent to him. So, this Pull 2. This 1, 3 cube with a 10. He'll do a maneuver. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. Then he'll do his grasping tendons up to 3 creatures. They pulls 2, so he'll pull the shadow 2 to there into the fire. Oof. That's a maneuver. Then he'll do his Cronus Storm, which is a 3 cube and 10. Oh wait, he can also pull the Fury 2, but it doesn't get to the fire. Fury, you might have some stability. You do. You have stability 1, so he can only pull you 1 unless you let him pull you more.
Sorry, I'm looking at my triggered action Relentless Toss, which again is a weird force move. This is a force movement, right?
It's a
very
pull.
ability.
Yeah. Yep.
Apparently, I'm fine. I'll just stay right where I am.
Then he'll use his Cronus Storm, 3 cube 10, which will slide 3. So I'll pull you 1, 2, 3. Area turns into a morass of spongy flesh. Until start your next turn is difficult. All creatures take 1 damage each square they move through. Each creature can't be destroyed. You'll make it last till the end of the encounter by spending... Oh, you can't. There's no more victory points left. So this will be just till the end of the turn. And this will be a square of strange, sickly flesh. 3, so it's there. And then no damage to you, Fury, for the fire. Shadow, you take 3 fire damage when he pulled you in. He's done. Mm-hmm. That was the Torless. And then we got the Tactician to go still.
All right. If I were to attack...
did you went very first this round, didn't you? I might have accidentally moved the round thing. Yeah, you were very first. Okay, so that's the end of round 1. So round 2, 2, 1, 0 on the victory villain points. Everyone decide when you want to go. At the start of the round, the thing pulses, that big sphere pulses again. Power roll for the sphere. Gets a 17, again, tier 2 result. And pulls out another Ruinant and more Pitlings. Remember, you guys just need to get out of here to end the encounter.
Okay, and still save people, or do we?
And hopefully save most people, but
okay.
You don't know if there's any left. Actually, there could be more left. So that Ruinant come out with all his Pitlings. I have him come out. Let's set that strange flesh. It's kind of biblical, strange flesh. Okay, come out to there and have this initiative.
Have we analyzed this orb? Do we understand its place in the world and what it's capable of or anything like that?
Do any of you have any training in lore for abyssal lore? With all these demons, it might be related to that. Lore. Anyone have abyssal lore? You can all click your button that has your, you'll have all your skills.
There's no lore skill that says abyssal.
Oh, let's see, what else would it be?
Obviously, it's nature.
Magic or nature or religion or...
Could be that'd be a special worldly thing. Any of you can make a hero who makes an easy reason test. Can study it to maybe find out some more as a maneuver. So if you want to use your maneuver this round to try and study that orb, you can make an easy reason test, see what you can find out about it. Okay. I got them initiative. And
so that we can shut it down or something like that.
Yeah, maybe you can shut it down. Okay. Tactician, and Fury, and Elementalist. Any of you really need to go first?
Or any of you...
Well, if anybody... I could attack either something adjacent to me or the other guy that's in that red cube and allow 1, possibly 2 people within 10 of me to use a signature attack with an edge against the thing that I attack. So if people, 2 of you are in the flames, I don't know if you can attack and move or attack at range the thing that's in the red cube, or otherwise I can wait on this and go later.
That would be awesome if I could do that, because I could shift out of here.
Cool. Then I will, if you guys are cool with that, I'll go.
Go for it.
Go for it.
I will use hammer and anvil against the, whatever this guy is down at the southern edge of that red square.
Okay.
And let's hope that I can do something. Hammer and anvil.
I believe in you.
Let's see. That is an 8. That's unfortunate. So what does it do? It does 9 damage, and an ally within 10 can make a signature attack against the target as a free triggered action.
If I can do that, I could attack it with a dagger, and then I could shift out of here.
Yeah. I should have marked, but I didn't because I keep forgetting.
Okay, go ahead, Shadow.
Okay,
take your trigger.
Then my signature fade. So 12. That's just a tier 1, so 4 damage, and
2.
I shift.
Tier 2 is 9.
Tier 2.
That'll finish him.
Oh, 9. Sorry.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
You did it.
2 out.
And then finish your turn, Tactician.
Well, now I will say I knew you were going to kill it. That's why I didn't bother to use the maneuver on you.
Yeah, you would have wasted it. Yeah.
It's so smart.
Yep.
So smart. So I will instead mark both the guy that's in the red square next to me and then this other non-minion that's down here by the number 1.
Got it. And then...
And I'm done.
Next to go will be them. I'll have the Runit right next to the Tactician go. He will get out of the conflagration zone, attack the Tactician, cancel all wounds. He'll do a... Oh, at the start of his turn, he's going to open an Abyssal Rift.
No.
So an Abyssal Rift will be... A 2x2 rift in the Abyssal Wasteland appears in the encounter. Demons within 5 of the rift have an edge on all attacks. All other creatures within 5 squares of the rift have a bane on all attacks. Demons can use the rift as a portal to other rifts, etc. Okay, so this rift he'll pull in... I'm just going to use this little ball. And the smaller of the two will be the Abyssal Rift. So he'll put it... Yeah, put it right there. And then that takes up 8 victory points, so they're down to 0 again. For villain points. And then he will do his... And that was free for doing that, so... I'll do Bloodletting Claws on the Tactician. He can't burn anymore for a soul burn, but he got Edge. Still a tier 1 result, 2 points damage Tactician. And then he's got 2 minions who will do Barbed Tongues. Only one of them can affect you. That's a tier 2 result for 4 damage to the Tactician. They are done.
That one
Is it doing the pulling into creature thing?
No. Fury, your turn.
Well, I have a question for the Elementalist, Matt. Is your character particularly reasonable?
Decent reason.
I didn't know if you had planned on using your maneuver to figure out what the heck that thing was.
Don't worry, I'm a master of lore. You'd know.
Excellent. Do you want to go first and find that out? Because I do have some special abilities against inanimate objects.
Yeah.
Sure, I'd be happy to go. But are you asking the Elementalist? I'm sorry.
Yes, I'm asking the Elementalists specifically because they're the one who could go before me.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to use it on something else, but everything's out of the configuration.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So in that case, we'll use the maneuver for a reason check. That's a 9. What does he have? Culture, history, magic, nature. I don't know which one of those. Edge on losing lore group skills. So that's a 9 plus 2 plus 2.
So medium check. Medium check tells you that this thing is... It can be destroyed. It's an actual, almost like a focus for abyssal powers. And if you destroy it, it might be able to turn down some of these demons and take away some of their power.
And the Elementalist will call that out.
Okay. What else do I do?
Destroy the orb, and we'll use which ability? Hold on. The Frozen Explosion with a 3 cube on this whole group over here. Where is that one? There we go. That's, I think, a tier 2.
Yep.
3 cold, and they're slowed.
You are within 5 of this Abyssal Rift, though, which gives you Bane, I think. Double check that.
I'm within 5, damn. Okay.
Abyssal Rift, non-demons. Demons, all other creatures within 5 have Bane on all attacks. It does attack. Okay, so that'll be tier 2, so it'll be 2 cold damage. But there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 10 of them, so it kills 1, 2, and wounds this one. Takes 2 damage. Got that. And then the main big guy is going to take 2 damage. Okay, what else, Elementalist?
Elementalist will move back 5, 10... Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares in this turn.
Okay, up onto the stage. After you will come the Ramash south. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then he'll use his action to move again. He will teleport out the window and get there. And as his maneuver, self and squad can teleport 2 into Abyssal Strike. He'll go to there, teleporting 2, and Abyssal Strike does 7 damage to you, Carolinus, I mean. 7 damage, and then he will teleport 3, and he can't spend any victory points, so he'll stay there. He's all done. Next to go is Fury.
All right. The Fury is going to go ahead and move 1, 2, 3 right up here. And then I am going. He turns around and looks at that orb with a big poop-eating grin.
You're
He's
getting
going to-
infused.
So I'm going to rush forward to right here using my devastating rush ability.
Okay.
Which allows me to target an object.
Okay.
Okay. I've been infused.
In
Okay,
fact,
so
I'll give you a piety as well.
Ooh.
I think I actually gained my piety at the start of.
I don't know what the piety does, but I'm excited
It's
about
a double
it.
edge.
Double edge.
Nice.
Well, okay. Twist my arm, why don't you? All right. Devastating rush. I moved my 3 squares. I have my +4 to damage because my rage is now up to freaking 11. We're gonna go ahead and use devastating rush. That is no.
Okay, it's tier 2.
That's all right. Yeah, it's tier 2. I'll take it. Okay. 8. 8 plus 7, 15 points of damage. You said you added some damage to me with your
4 holy.
15, 16, 17, 18, 19. But I do double damage to objects.
So 38 points of damage, that thing.
38 points of damage.
All right.
That's tasty.
It is got spidering cracks going all over it. I just gave it some hit points. I'll make it so you can see those hit points. You can see how close to finished it is with that one blow from the Fury.
Sweet. And then with the rest of my movement, I'm going to. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I get a maneuver. Yeah. Can I aid? No, that doesn't seem right.
Yeah, you're just like pointing.
Other creatures.
You're pointing right where to hit it.
Yeah, right. Right here. Right here. There's the weak spot. You can see it.
You're aiding other people. Okay, got you.
Yep. And that would be the end of my turn.
All right, then.
Well, I will trigger then.
Go ahead, Shadow.
Yeah.
And I will get my 2 more insight, so I have 3. Let's just do we'll do a fade. I will throw a dagger at it where he's telling me to hit.
Okay. So he's granting you an edge.
Actually, point of order, aid specifically says creature.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you cannot aid against the orb.
Unfortunately, yeah. I'm pointing, but it's pretty obvious.
It's okay. In that case, let me move out of the range of this.
There you go. No Bane for you now.
Thingy. No Bane, throw. Did I do it? I didn't do it. I gotta click again, fade.
Sometimes the macros stop. Ooh, nice shot. 17.
17, so 13 damage, and I get to shift 2.
Wow, 13. That the thing breaks into pieces. The minions perish. The non-minions still are alive, but in shock and surprise. And this thing's gone. And anything else, Shadow?
Let me continue my move, because I moved 4, 5, 6, 7. So I still have a maneuver, which I can teleport 5, so I will teleport to here.
Nice, okay. Then we have the Runic coming in. It's going to go ahead and close up on the Tactician. 5 to there. It's going to go ahead and do Bloodletting Claws. Has no villain points to spend. Does get an edge. It gives it not enough to be tier 2, so it's 2 points damage, Tactician. Carolinus.
2 points of damage? Rude.
Your turn.
If you'd like, I can go before you and rearrange you relative to these beasts, if that's of aid.
Carolinus, you're the only one left to go.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're asking. I thought you were saying that a tactician was out. Okay.
He's already gone.
Then, okay. Well, I shall be doing Lightfall, I think. I do have to move away from this creature. So what I think I shall do is I shall use a shift and shift through the wall.
Very good.
And now I believe I'm close enough to center my Lightfall such that it hits both of these enemies and gives the tactician an ability to teleport away from them if he so chooses.
Sure.
So I shall Lightfall here.
How far do I teleport? Teleport
anywhere in this area.
Somewhere in that area.
Yes.
I'll just back away. I'm just a young kid. You don't want any of this.
All right, and it is a tier 2, so it's going to be 3 holy damage.
3 holy, they take 6 holy each because they weak to holiness. Got it. That is it for that round. Anything else for you guys?
Yes, I have a maneuver. Think that I'm worried that this teleporting boy will continue to hunt me, so I'd better heal myself. So
That'd be good.
I'll use my healing grace on myself, and I will spend 1 piety so that I can get 14 health back.
All right. Next round. Decide what order you want to go in. For speed, I'll use the order that you were in before.
Yes,
If you don't change your number, if you have a high, really good reason to not go in that order, just let everyone know. Otherwise, tacticians first.
Sure. I will see. I've got the shadow right there, so why not? I will do hammer and anvil. Well, first I'm going to mark him. Every now and then I wake up. I will mark him again, and I'm going to hammer and anvil. Oh, that looks really good. So 18 damage to that guy.
Wow. Okay. Now that's actually a critical hit. So you're going to get another action.
Oh, snaps.
Yeah.
So 18 damage, and 2 allies within 10 can each make a signature attack with an edge against the target as a freed action. So Shadow, you're right there.
Tactician, were
He's
you
still up.
hitting the one to the west or the south?
The guy to the west.
West. Okay. That kills him outright.
Oh, there we go. So then that doesn't really help with those triggered actions, but I get another attack. So let's do it again. And actually, I don't
Move
I could
closer to
take
me
it.
before
I
you
could
do.
take an action there, Teos, because I could do a signature ability with ranged.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, so I can't.
Oh,
So
it's
it's against
gotta
the
be
same
the same-
creature, though.
Yeah, my
Okay,
power
never
will
mind
not
then.
give you anything, but I will
Gotcha.
try to do it
Never
again.
Okay.
So I'm gonna move up. You said to move closer, so I'll move down closer. I'll attack.
So before you do, you can back up there, Tactician. Look at the effect on it. If the attack left to be resolved and target was reduced to 0, attacker can pick a different target.
Oh, so I can do it then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Very
so
cool.
the shadow
Oh,
can go.
wow.
Yeah.
We're
Oh,
gonna
I forget
trigger
exactly
lots
where I
of
was,
attacks.
but I will. Okay, so then yes, you can do that, Sean.
All right.
Shadow it up.
Is shot
Sean,
Thank you for that,
Sean.
DM.
and stop. Shot and
The
stop.
Fury should also be within 10, yes?
Oof.
Yeah.
So 11 damage and shift.
11. It will soul parry to take 5. And then you said 2. So is the ruin going or is the flurry going as well?
Yep.
Will? Go ahead, Will.
Totally fine.
I have no signature abilities that are I can use at a range.
You do have
Okay.
you do have a free ranged trigger, but it might
It's a
not be
signature.
with.
Yeah. Does
Oh, it
anyone
has to be a
else
signature.
have a signature?
No one's
Not
in
within 10,
range.
I
So go ahead,
think,
Fury. You can.
And I assume I am not
Use your
my own
free.
ally, right?
Correct. Yeah. Unless it
Yeah,
says some
no.
for a target.
Just checking. You know.
So,
Yeah,
Fury, I don't know the rules exactly, but we'll say that you can downgrade a signature to a free.
So the only problem, and then the next problem is that my ranged free is I think range 5.
That's
So
right.
I can't do anything.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah,
I'm all right with this.
He's got another action though.
Tactician. Anything else?
He has another action.
Yeah, because I have another action.
Go for it.
So I will. Someone said about being closer, so I'll go down to here and I'll attack that guy again. And see, is anyone badly hurt that needs healing? Otherwise, I'll do the same thing again.
Just you. You're the worst hurt one there, I think.
Okay, I'm feeling spry. So I will try to hammer and anvil again. That is not as tasty, but I do get a bump up from the marking. So that is going to be 12 damage to that guy.
All right.
And an ally within 10 can make a signature attack with an edge against the target as a free action.
You finished it, actually, so you can pick a
or
different
not.
target. I don't think there's
All
any
right.
left.
Well,
Well,
I
there's
picked
one out the
guy.
window.
You know what? If you guys want to take out the shadow.
There's one out the window.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, I see him out there.
That guy
I'm
out the
waiting.
window. Yeah, get him.
Okay.
All right. Then I will continue. The idea is we're trying to get out of here.
Yep. And get anyone else alive out of here. All you got to
And-
do is kill one more demon, though, and you got to clear the ground floor for free.
But it's just the guy outside, right?
Yeah.
It's all right.
Then
I've got him.
Yeah, cool. All right, I'll just move in that direction in case I need to. Whatever.
Okay. The guy outside will teleport
What? No.
to there. Or did the Fury get a free attack on him? Free trigger?
No, I
Okay.
just wanted to leap through the window.
Oh, that's too bad. He teleports into the room there. He's going to go ahead and do
Well,
a
you still can.
soul burn ability.
Just jump
Technically,
back.
still can.
12. That'll make it a 10 damage. And teleport 5. And 2 victory. He'll take you with him.
Would it be 7 damage? It's tier 2?
He has double edge from doing a soul
Oh,
burn.
double edge. Oh.
So it's tier 2 goes up to tier 3. He's going to teleport you with him and give that Fury a chance to crash through the window. Teleports you back out there.
Thanks, buddy. I needed this.
And then Fury, your turn.
All right, gonna run up this table here, which seems to be slanted down towards the ground, or maybe it's not. I don't know. Leap through the window.
You're infused.
Is it a maneuver to break the window?
No, you can just run right through it. Infused mid-strike.
Love it. And then I'm going to, with my infusedness, I'm going to devastating rush the rest of the way. And let's do this. So devastating rush. I'm sorry. I have more rage. I'm already at max rage, but let's just see what I can. Ooh, 3 more. Devastating rush as I break through the window, roaring. I don't even hit the ground. I just hit it.
You have a double edge.
Yeah, you got a double edge. What a terrible roll. Okay, so 8 plus 7, 15. What did the infusion give me?
4 and a double edge. So
4
4 holy.
15 plus another 7 is 22, which will take down to 11 with the soul parry. There we go.
I don't suppose he's up against a wall, is he?
He's not, no. City streets.
Dang it. I was really excited. All right, then I guess with my maneuver, I will, I'm going to aid.
All right. Then there's no one else to go, so the next person is the Elementalist.
Elementalist watching across the room through the window.
A long ways away.
Walk over here 5, 10, or 1, 2, 3 squares. Sit down at the chair. Use practical magic to flavor up a burnt chicken leg and have a little snack while you guys mop up.
Tactician, or Shadow, I mean.
I will 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come over here. Just peek in there to make sure nobody.
All right, there are some people in there. Cowering in the room there are 3 commoners. The last of the commoners, actually.
You did it, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
You did real good.
You guys finish off the last of the demons, pull out the last of the commoners, and that encounter is over. You are victorious. You get out of the place. It's burning down to the ground, basically, as you guys leave with the last of the commoners. Only a few perished within. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you get 2 victory points. So you'll start the next battle at 2 heroic resources. All your heroic resources go to 0. And I'm going to have to fast forward. I'm going to fast forward to the last battle so we can finish at 2. See, on the way though,
do we spend recoveries on?
You can spend recoveries, yes, outside of combat. Feel free.
Does anyone have ability?
Do we have? Oh, I see.
It's the middle circle.
I still had temporary hit points. I assume they go away.
They do end on the end of this encounter. Yeah.
Okay.
Darn shadows.
Okay. You rush outside. All the people you saved are kind of gathering together. The woman scoops up her child and gets ready to join them as they get ready to run down the street. You see that there is a warrior there with a gleaming axe. He's cutting down fiends that are trying to get near the people you saved. He wrenches off his helmet. He studies you. He says, You're the ones who cleared these all out of the drunken fool, aren't you? All of them say, they're the ones. He kicks the corpse of the demon away from him and strides toward you, his insignia identifying him as a senior officer of the chain of Acheron. He says, BLACKBOTTOM, the city you're in, is damned. It can't be saved, but its people, they can be saved. And he looks to all the ones that you saved out of the inn. Lead them to the docks. He points towards the port. Clear the way. Get them to a ship. We will not burn down with... And as he starts to say that, a war dog, which is a freakish, humanoid-shaped, stitched-together, mangled armor contraption, swoops down, grabs him, carries him into a horde of fiends down the street, where he's dropped amidst the horde, and his screams echo through the buildings as they tear him apart. Behind you, frightened civilians scream, looking to you for leadership. If you don't clear the way for them, no one will. You are their last hope of leaving BLACKBOTTOM alive. To the docks. So, there's like a whole bunch of encounters on the way to the docks, but there is a escape montage that we can do. I'll go pretty quick. Okay. So montages are a little bit like skill challenges in 4th edition. I'm going to grab all you guys, bring them together. There's a little bit of time pressure in that you only have 2 rounds, and everyone gets, basically 2 chances to do something during that time. So you can't just sit back and let the person who's good at it do all the checks. As you're traveling towards the docks, getting through the city quickly and safely will be no small tasks. Crumbling buildings and fire block easy paths forward, and scouting aerial patrols keep an eye on where people are congregating as a result and directing troops there. Roaming fiends, even though more aren't being added, there are still too many in the city for it to stand. And they have allies, Hawk Lords, which are dropping smaller aerial bombardments from above. There's panicked civilians everywhere with no idea where to go. and smoke and noxious gases flood some areas where different substances have mixed, creating a low-hanging haze that chokes the streets. So the following are challenges you can use. There's artillery fire from up above. You maybe find some way to block that or avoid it for all your people you're charged with. There are buildings that need to be moved or navigated through. Destroying the buildings or smashing paths through them would get you there. Fires to be smothered or avoided. Pursuers taking advantage of the chaos can be thrown off or persuaded to join the civilian crowd. There's panicked civilians that can be directed in some way to lessen the chaos. Patrols can be distracted or cut off from the civilians. And some of you can scout ahead for the best paths. The smoke can be navigated around, or you can find out how to make something like a makeshift goggles or breathing masks. You need to achieve 6 successes before 4 failures on skill checks that are appropriate to this kind of a challenge that you face. And if you get those 6 successes in these 2 rounds of trying, before you get 4 failures, that'll give you total success, which will get you to the docks fast, might give you a leg up on the last encounter. So, who would like to go first?
I think that last option of trying to find the best way to navigate through all this chaos would be an excellent use of my abilities. So I'd like to take my animal spirit, Radicastor, and have him climb up through all the debris and fly high above the cityscape. And I can, view the entire area through its eyes.
Okay.
And by that means, I'd like to find the best path to the docks. So I have both alert and navigate.
So
if either are appropriate, and I have a high vantage point, so I think that it's also that would be advantageous.
When you have some sort of class power or magical spell or something like that, that just makes it automatic, like you're succeeding. That will count as an automatic success for you. So if anyone else has some sort of power like thing like that, they can also do something. You can only do that kind of a skill one time. So that was basically using which skill you want to say you're using for that? Alertness?
How about navigate?
Navigate. Okay, so no one else can do a navigate for the remainder of the challenge. And that's 1 success out of 6. Who wants to go next?
Oh, I'd like to go.
Go ahead, Fury.
So I'm looking for a very large piece of debris, large, flat, and durable, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna lift it above my head while screaming, "Get to me!" And I'm using it basically as a giant shield, trying to run out through this big giant shield. I'm trying to get as many people under, kind of like an umbrella from the bombardment that's coming down.
Okay. So you can make a might check.
Yeah, and I have an edge on might checks because the 2 victory points counts as 2 rage.
Nice. Yeah, sure. We'll say that.
Yeah. So, and that is, okay, so, would my lift skill apply to this or not?
Sure.
Yeah, sweet. That'd be a
do you even lift? Yes, you do.
That would be a 16.
Okay, let's see here. Checking.
Be the edge plus the 2 from lift plus the 2 from my might.
Right. Looking to see if it set what the difficulties were. So we'll call that all these moderates mostly. And so a moderate difficulty 16 is a tier 2, which is you succeed on a task with a consequence. So the consequence will be that I'll get 2 victory points to start the final encounter. But that's 2 successes.
Yeah.
Next to go.
I mean, I would try to lead all the people who are with us and keep them all together, keep them all safe with lead. And I do have an imposing attitude.
Okay.
That everybody treats us as having a lot of renown. I don't know if that helps.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, I think it would help. I think I put that in your description. No, I did not.
So let's see. Which do I click on to roll for this?
So it's going to be your ability scores, and you're going to do persuasion or leading.
Is that?
So
No.
that'd be a presence.
Is that it?
Yeah. So you got a 14 presence check, plus see if he has skill, interpersonal skills. You intimidate, lead. Yeah. So you're up to 16. And your background gives you an edge. Is that what you're saying, you think?
Well, it says each hero with you has a double edge on tests made to stop combat and start a negotiation with the other side. So, I don't know.
Okay.
You have to negotiate it all.
Right. I wouldn't say with leading you need to, so that'll be a success. Again, you're up to 3 out of 6. And we start with 4 victory points, villain points. Then Shadow or Elementalist.
I have a knowledge of the criminal underworld in this area.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, you can
And
try
with
and
that,
navigate.
find a secret way, maybe.
Yep.
Since I am a wood elf, I have an edge on tests that use skills from the lore skill group.
Perfect.
So I will click the button. So that would be probably what, reason?
Reason, probably, yeah. But you
So
also are
nothing
skilled.
there, but I got the skill, so that's 13, and then the edge is 15.
Okay, so that'll be another success. You're 4 out of 6, and starting with 6 points. And then Elementalist.
Elementalist would try to mount a nearby horse and trample the grounds between the demons and the people, trying to like scare off some of the smaller demons with an animal handle check, if that works.
You bet. And that'd be presence animal handling. 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, another success. Middle tier. And now any one of you can go. You need one more success. You've already used lead, navigate, criminal knowledge, animal handling, and one other one. I forget what it was.
Lift.
Lift. Lift. Right. Of course, the barbarian lifted.
Just to clarify, it seems like you can either make a test or assist another person in a test. And if you have that team backbone from having a labor or career, it seems like you can do both in this montage.
Yeah. Now, interestingly, the way assisting works is kind of odd in that you'd only assist if they don't have the skill you're assisting them with. So you might as well try first. And then finally, if you have someone not able to assist, they could, or not able to do it's not like in D&D where they just give you the bonus. You give them your skill if they don't have the skill, and you can help them in some way.
I have a fun idea.
Yeah.
Okay, so I see. So as I'm leading, you're kind of using this big umbrella, which is kind of falling apart after so many bombardments have hit it. I see Mock can see a stream of demons kind of coming out of an alleyway towards my group of people. So what I'm going to try to do here is run up and like leap onto a box, kind of like a nearby crate, and trying to draw their attention. Doing it because I used to be a gladiator, right? So I'm like kind of putting my arms out, like, I have slain 1,000 of your kind. You will be nothing compared to my wrath. Come fight me. Face a real person. Face a real mock. I'm trying to use performance here, I guess.
Okay.
To kind of like try to draw. Now, I'm sure my monologue champion does not probably apply to this, but that's a gladiator ability I have, but that's not while I'm not in combat. But I assume this is so.
You do might or presence and add your performance skill.
Love it. Well, I do have edge to might, so thank you. I will do that. Here we go. Add performance.
Boom. All right. You guys succeed.
That is tier 3 success, actually, I think.
So, with your total success, if there's your total success, if you achieve 6 before 4, you get total success. Okay. You get to the docks with no civilian casualties. Ajax's forces, so you find out as you're basically moving through the city, there is forces of an individual warlord that you'll learn in this world. Its name is Ajax. Ajax's forces clearly weren't prepared for your arrival. As you approach the docks, many of them scramble back, unprepared for your skilled combatants, and many civilians march on the docks. As Ajax's warriors near the edge of the docks, frantically preparing for combat, a kraken's tentacle reaches up from the bay and grabs nearly half of them, wrenching them into the deep. Okay, so final battle.
Love it.
Do we get any victories from this montage?
You do get a victory from the montage now, so you're starting this final battle with 3 victories.
Love it.
Oh, shoot. One of you was moving while I was moving you, so there you are. Okay, we start the final battle all the way over here. You can be anywhere up to this line that I'm pinging. You're coming from the top of the map toward the bottom of the map. To your left is a large ship that you think you can use to get out of here. In the battle here,
up to that line, you said. Okay.
Yep, up to that line.
So it's our left if we're running south, correct? So it's on
your left if you're running south, right?
Okay, gotcha.
Yep, sorry.
East of the map.
Right east side of the map. Okay. The individuals you see here are humans. There's a human scoundrel to the right, 2 death acolytes with them. Then there is a commander of Ajax's forces, one commander named Phoenix, who has some renown. You have heard of him. He will be a dangerous foe. There are Storm Mage and some Apprentice Mages all the way on the far side of the docks. You need to get over to basically this ship. You'll likely have to kill most of them. So you'd probably want to go like straight after attacking them and then get on the ship and go. But you notice that coming up out of the water is a band of goblins who are trying to commandeer the ship to get out of this place on their own. So you don't suspect that this band of goblins is on the side of the humans.
Right.
But you do suspect that if you don't do something to stop them, they'll leave on the ship without you.
That sounds like a negotiation to me.
So, clear you. Oh, I don't know why I cleared you guys. First round of combat. We're going to start with, I'm going to have 18 villain points. You all can hit your initiative on when you want to go.
I have a map changing possibility here. So.
Ooh. Just literally make Tom delete the map and put something else on
Different
instead.
map. There you go.
No, Carolinus would very much like to go first, if that's okay with you, Fury.
Please do.
Right.
Go for it, Carolinus. Wait, before you do,
right.
let me see if there's a round one thing that triggers. Oh, it was the goblins. Okay. So the goblins trigger and start around one.
Do you have to do a roll for initiative to see if we're first? Or
Yeah, I do. Once you roll it, Carolinus, roll a power roll or ability characteristic roll. If you get it high, you'll go first.
Okay, here are my 2d10.
So that's a low. Unfortunately.
I didn't add any characteristics or anything.
Yeah, it's just a straight
roll.
50-50 roll. Okay, so they will go first. And I will have Scoundrel and the Death Acolytes will rush forward.
That's
Best punk band name ever.
Scoundrel will rush forward to there.
hey.
He lunges with a rapier, so he's got actually a reach of 2 with his rapier, and he throws a dagger at the same time. So this one will have a reach. He's got coordinated ambush. Use squad, edge on attacks. At least he'll have them move forward at speed of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then they will bolts, and he's going to spend some villain points. Women acting this turn has an edge on their next attack made this turn, or double edge of their attack. Sorry, creature. Okay. He'll spend 2 villain points to have an edge on his attack. 6. He will target the one right in front of him, which is... Oh, and he'll spend 3 villain points to do a dagger swarm. So that'll be 3 dagger swarm. Make rapier and dagger attack for 3 creatures, objects, and shift 2 before or after each attack. So he'll attack each of the 3 ahead of him right there. First is the Elementalist, and that's going to be 10 damage to the Elementalist.
Oh no.
And actually, I'll spend a villain point to add 4 more to that. So 14 damage to the Elementalist.
Oh no.
This is bad guy.
Then you'll attack the rapier and dagger on Carolinus. That's going to be 10. You'll spend a villain point to make it 14.
Okay, and this is melee technically and not ranged.
Correct, yeah.
That's unfortunate. My
It
Pedal
is.
Bull Ward does nothing.
And then last, rapier and dagger on the Fury.
And sorry, that last one against me was
14
how much
damage. 14.
14?
14 to
Against
the
me?
Fury.
Is a polearm range too?
No, it's not ranged. It's reach.
It's
But
reach.
Is it reach too? I mean, like, is it?
Yeah, the
You
way
know what I mean?
he's
Like-
getting the reach, I think, is because he's lunging with his rapier and he's tossing the dagger, but it's counting as a reach attack.
Well, I'm wondering because if I have reach, then I could use my triggered action to have damage on anyone who's within 2 of me, not just adjacent to me.
That is correct. Yeah,
Because
'cause
there's some heavy damage coming in, so one of you could
parry-
have one of those blows.
you should probably get the Elementalist or something.
creature made attack first target. Interesting. Yeah, one of you can have that damage,
So yeah, Elementalist, you could have
except for the Fury.
whatever the bigger one is.
Okay.
I don't need to have
so it's
anything.
13, so it's 7. Also, when the Elementalist gets hit with a melee attack, its ice armor
Go for it.
reflects 2 cold damage back on the enemy.
How much damage did I take? 4? 3, you said? How much damage did you say, Elementalist?
2.
2, okay. 2 damage backs. Okay, that was all his attacks. Then the Death Acolyte with him do Necrotic Bolt. He'll pick the Elementalist. That's 2 corruption, and the Scoundrel will regain 1. And then the other Death Acolyte will do on the Shadow, Necrotic Bolt. That's 5 corruption on the Shadow, and the Scoundrel will regain 1. And they are all done. That's the end of their turn, and that was the Scoundrel. Now, Carolinus, your turn.
Gracious.
All right. Here's the map altering thing. I have double I have an double edge on my prayer. Excellent. And that means that I shall gain 2 more piety, and I will be able to do a domain effect. And I'm bringing out the wall again. Folks didn't use it to effect last time, so I'll make it perfectly obvious. This is a bridge. So I am creating a wall of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I now have made a land bridge directly onto the ship.
Nice.
Take position, my friends.
So who is our face in this party? Like
I think probably our high elf, right?
I can be as long as I'm lying.
Right.
I am surprisingly
goblin
faithful.
negotiation. Just reminding we need some goblin negotiation at some point.
So what I'll do is we'll end here actually, and
Awesome.
Go like this, and I'll make it kind of a ramp so that you don't need to do any climbing to run across this way. Excellent. So then I think that I shall begin running. I can run through my ally, yes. So, oops, sorry. So I will run this way so I don't have to be next to this fellow. I'll begin running. I think I can get this far. And I still have my action. So I think that I shall use my action to dodge. That might be okay. Or I could summon a thing. So I think I'll summon a thing. So I'll summon my Grove Guardian once again. And I think that I will summon him right here. Or, you know what? I'll make it here equally as well. So, ba-boom. Excellent.
Are you all done, Carolinus?
Should be my turn, yes.
The end of your turn. You got a boss. He's going to use a boss action. Charge. He will shift his speed 1 to 5. Fortunately, he doesn't get attacks because no one's within reach. And then he'll go after you. So then he will move forward. Speed of 5. 2, 3, 5. Get in amongst the midst of you. Let loose his great 2-handed sword. A cleaving arc all the way around him. It's going to be Windhander. Attack with an edge. Okay.
He's attacking with a different game.
Yeah. He's going to spend 3 victory points, so that'll be down to 107. And this will be all people adjacent. By spending his 3 victory points, he has an edge. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Still didn't make tier 2, though, so it's only 4 damage to the 3 of you.
To the 3 of us, huh?
Yep. Elementalist, Shadow, and Tactician all took 4 damage from that. And then, just like that Tactician, he will use his maneuver to mark someone after his attack.
What?
He shouts, "You!" and he points at your ally over there.
Wait, do I hate him or love him?
Carolinus. Carolinus, enemy in 10 is marked till the start of his next turn. Him and allies will have an edge and a +2 to damage to attack you. So that's not good for you.
I'll put a little target on me.
I did. There we go.
Oh, sorry.
Let's see. That's it for his turn. Who wants to go next? Looks like the Fury. Fury, go ahead.
Oh, all right. I've been excited about this one. So the Fury is going to rush down here, two squares of movement. He's going to knock back that scoundrel straight back.
Nice.
So, I'm sorry. How much rage do I have though to play with right now? Blup, blup, blup.
You
Nope.
start with 3 and then whatever. You start with at the
6.
beginning.
Yeah, that's a good sign. 6 is a good number, you guys. Okay, so I'm going to knock him back. We're going to make a might check, and because I have 6 rage, I now have an edge on. I have double edge. I'm sorry, on all might checks. So let's go ahead and do that. Blup, 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 blup. That is going to be a 10, 11, 12. That's a 12. So I get the tier 3 because of the double edge. So he gets knocked back 3. Yep, 3 squares. Yes. So that's 1, 2. I'm going to continue my move. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 right to there, we'll say. And then I'm going to, for my action, I'm going to use my Whirlwind Attack ability, Whirlwind Strike.
Nice.
Yes, and this gets a +4 damage because I've moved over 2 squares from my starting space. I'm more than 2 squares away from my starting space. So whirlwind strike. Dang it! No. That is that's
I can't infuse that.
It's okay. Let's see. What is it? I got a 10. Double edge. But no double edge. I'm so sorry. Oh goodness. What am I doing? I'm at a tier 1. I did bad.
But no, with a 1 edge, you'd get to tier 2.
I don't think I have any edges right now.
Oh, I
Okay.
had edge.
6 damage to the.
Yeah, it's gonna be no, it's actually 7 damage because it's plus 4 damage right now. No, I have edge. I have edge on might tests and resistance rolls, but I don't have any edge on anything on attack rolls or anything.
Yeah, so, it's not an attack. Otherwise, I'd infuse it and I'd give you an edge.
It is an attack actually.
It says area.
Not per the.
Oh, it is.
So that doesn't give you the might.
Well, so here's my question then on that. It says weapon damage. It still involves my weapon, right?
2 edge might text rules plus 2 might weapon damage. That's a weapon keyword. So yeah, you will get that for that.
Yep. So that's a 7 damage. So I do 7 damage to everybody around me. No push though, and that is my turn.
Nice. You killed one of the acolytes. The other one's badly wounded. The scoundrel's badly wounded. And after the fury comes, we'll do.
I will trigger.
Go ahead, Shadow.
So let's do the blade dance. So I will attack Phoenix.
This is an attack, so I will infuse you.
3,
okay.
4. Yeah, I'll get everybody and then get to here.
Okay.
And I am infused. So we'll start with Phoenix. This is blade dance.
So I will not spend a piety because you get tier 3 with just 1, and I get to decide after he rolls, which feels unfair.
Okay, so that's 8 damage. Second attack is, I don't know if I get any pluses other than that.
That's going to be 8 regular damage and 4 holy damage for a total of 12 damage to the main bad guy.
I think you need to make a ruling here. Is the infusion? It says that the signature ability is an attack. So is everything that he's doing infused, or is it just
your 1 infusion applies to the whole attack?
Oh well, then
wow.
I'll spend a piety then.
You want to spend a piety? Okay.
And,
so it'll be double edge on the other 2, Shadow.
And then this one's against the Death Acolyte.
Okay.
I can roll low. I'm not afraid.
That will kill that one. And then the scoundrel.
Oof.
Oh, wow.
Nice. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Finishes the scoundrel. Well done, Shadow.
Nice. Teamwork.
Phoenix gets...
and the Phoenix also gets 4 holy damage.
I got it on that guy. He is enraged, and you can see the fury welling up. He screams out, "Fear me," to the 2 that remain. And that is going to be... Oh, no. Never mind. I think boss actions are once per round. Not. They can only do the second one in the next round. I kind of actually like that feature of Flea Mortals.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, getting across the bridge. And as I go, as a maneuver, I want to yell at the goblins, "Help us get the ship ready. There is a very wealthy merchant who promised us all a lot of gold if we can get him out of here."
And if, assuming our renown helps, we have renown 2 higher than usual for negotiations and influencing tests. So you have double edge to negotiate with them.
So this is interesting. I don't know how I do this as a DM. So the guys in red are definitely not going to stop fighting, and you're supposed to stop the fight to do the thing. So, Carolina, so your thing's going to attack them if.
Only if they're an enemy. So
only if they're an enemy.
Perhaps I can, decide. I can do a little bit of aiding to his influence and say, and you had better listen, or else. And the Grove Warden will, heave its axe meaningfully.
Okay, there's a way to do this. How do you do it? There's a check you have to make to start a negotiation in combat.
But is that only with enemies? Well, maybe these guys are enemies. I don't know.
Here we can make... Okay. No, that's not it. These guys are definitely enemies, but we will say they're not attacking anyone right now. That was the Shadow, and then the Storm Mages will go. So the Storm Mage.
Yes, come closer. Yes.
12 squares away to the Fury. They will move up to there with double move and be done. That was them. Then Elementalists, go ahead.
Elementalist is going to use a maneuver to knock Phoenix into the drink with a knockback.
Okay.
Or attempt it anyway. That is a 13.
13. So how far you push with the 13? You push 2, I think, right?
Yeah, and then we'll use his triggered action to push him an extra 4 to just like get him deep into the drink.
So I'll push him. He's got stability 2, so I get him 1, 2, 3, 4, just past the boat there into the water.
Yeah, it should be 6 total just to get him out.
Nice.
Let me see how far he is from the these guys down here.
Oops, I forgot to update the villain points, didn't I? 1-7. Oh, wait, no, that's the same round. That's the same round.
He'll do an ice explosion on the 3 down there. The 3 mages down south.
You want to move forward a little bit, unless it's a range 12. You might have range 12 though.
Yeah, I think I get just the bottom edge.
Range
has
12,
to be 12.
You're good.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that will be. I think that's a tier 2, 3 cold and slowed until the end of the turn.
Okay. They resist 2, or they're immune to magic, so they'll take 1.
We'll move 5, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here and end its turn.
Okay. And they will be slowed as well. Turn, and then after you, Tactician.
So how's our negotiation going with these guys?
Okay. Let me look up starting negotiation. Let's do it where you grant, like a double edge to start a negotiation in combat?
Yep.
Okay. So let's do a hard test, and you'll grab a double edge so you can get 1 tier higher, and either you can make it as a maneuver, or Shadow, if you had a maneuver left, you can make it.
Shadow tried it, right? Or
I did have that maneuver left.
You did not, or you did?
I did have a maneuver
okay.
left.
So let's say we'll do your roll and see how it goes. You can make a presence test, deception, or whatever you like.
I'm going to try to lie.
Oh, nice roll.
So
okay. So yeah.
1921.
You have opened a negotiation with the
I'm sending someone to negotiate.
Goblins. So as long as the goblins don't get attacked by you, or they'll be neutral in the fight.
All right. Sweet. All right. So then my negotiation was done. That was great. It's always better when the leader gets things done, not on their turn.
Yep.
Got a guy in the drink. We got these guys down south that we think we got to kill. So I guess I will move down towards them. What? Let's see how far. What is that? 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see. What do I have here? I will spend a focus. I haven't been tracking my focus. I think that takes me down to 1. I will spend a focus to mark 2 of them, the guy in the front and the guy that's to the east. And then I will see, what is my ranged attack? It is... What did you say the range was of the range attack?
It's 5 for most of yours.
5? Okay. No, that's not going to happen. These guys are attacking at range on us?
They are, yeah. They're all wizards.
All right. Then... I mean, I could go mix it up with them. What do you guys... I look to the party. You want me to go down there?
I'm about... Yeah.
What's that?
So the Fury is definitely nodding because he's clearly about to start bolting towards those mages.
So I will move again.
And Carolinus is shaking his head. No.
Get closer. All right, done.
After you, that's into that round. So we'll come back into the next round. 2-1-7 victory points, villain points. 2-1-7. Go. Reset when you want to go.
I am so ready.
Okay, unless you guys have dire preferences otherwise. Carolinus first.
Oh, yeah. I'm worried of dying, and I have a lot of piety here, so I can do my big thing to give people lots of health.
Nice,
including the fools who are not using my bridge. So
we will.
Excellent. So I'll go up to 5 piety here, and I'll use my maneuver to do Armor of the Faithful. So let me roll that. Excellent. Tier 3, so 20 temporary stamina.
Wow.
I'll hand it out to 3 people, so it's 60 health that I'm distributing. Kind of freaking crazy. So I'll give it over to the Elementalist. It says ally.
3 allies, yeah, within 12.
I think I can't give it to myself.
Correct.
Unfortunate. So I'll give it to the 2 fools as well.
Okay.
And then I would like to scurry over the bridge.
Okay.
And I think I still have my action, and I have no piety left.
Oh, I messed up. They're supposed to go first, so finish your turn, and I'll have them go next.
Sorry.
How dare you?
All right. So for my action, I suppose that I can just life all that. I think that I should honestly use my action and convert it over to maneuver and just heal myself. I think that you guys probably have it, but I don't want negotiations to go south with these folks and for them to attack us. So I think I'll convert my action here, and I'll just use Healing Grace in my hand.
Okay. A giant hawk swoops down, plucks Fennis out of the waters there, and deposits him up on the deck.
What?
Phoenix then will do his attack on the Fury, getting a 17, doing 10 damage to the Fury.
Oh, buddy.
And you are slowed. Might ends. And an ally within 10 of him, which is the Storm Mage, can use a signature attack because he'll spend... Okay, so it's 10 for the Hawk, so 207. And then 1 victory point for the Mage to go. The Storm Mage will let the Tactician have it with a lightning bolt right in the face. Or actually, he'll make it a line. He'll just make it on you. So that's going to be 10, 11. So 5 points damage to the Tactician from the lightning bolt.
All right.
Phoenix did that. Did the lightning bolt. That's it for him. And then after Carolinus goes will be Storm Mage and his minions.
Real quick, can I take my triggered action?
Yes, go for it.
I can move 2. I know I'm slowed.
Mm-hmm.
Would that affect my shifting 2 ability? Usually I can shift 3.
Yeah, it would have it. Your speed would be halved.
Okay.
So round down.
Okay. I will go shift 1 square south.
Okay. Then comes the Storm Mage. The Storm Mage will do Gust of Wind, 5-foot cube within 1. So he's going to try and shove you off the bridge there, Tactician. You need to make a resistance roll, might, or be slid some squares.
Okay. Now, yeah, okay. Resistance roll. Boop, boop, boop. Is that this guy? That's impressive.
Not great.
You have some stability, though, I think.
You have stability, yeah, too. So you can, even though you got tier 1 resistance, he can slide you 3 is all.
Really wrong.
1, 2, 3. So slide you into the drink over there.
That's rude.
And then
Rude.
the lightning bolt and the flurry. That's only
Can't
5
wait for
lightning.
my giant hawk to come and put me back on the top.
5 lightning fury. And then the storm mage, the apprentice mages behind him will do lightning strikes on you as well. One does 4 lightning, and one does 2 lightning. All on the Fury. They are all done. Your guys' turn.
Oh, hold on. I gotta calculate all that damage. 5, 4, 2, 11.
Yep,
Oof,
that's right.
I am not looking good.
You have 20 temporary HP, so
that's all gone.
Yeah, he used that up.
Wow.
Oh, crazy. Okay.
So that's okay.
Fury, go ahead.
That's okay. All right, great. I am going to. First, let's see if I have enough rage to do what I'd like to do. No, dang it. All right, that's fine. Okay. I'm kind of dumb. Sorry, bear with me here, guys. That's a big hawk. That's a big dude.
You're looking at your animal handling skills. And...
Okay, here we go.
Hawk's friend.
1, 2, boom. Okay, I'm gonna move here.
Okay.
Okay. And as my maneuver, I'm going to try to shove Phoenix.
Okay.
Okay. So I will make a might check, which I do not have. I have an edge, but I don't have the double right now. Okay, so
Wow. Wow.
Ooh, 2 turns.
So that would
Oh,
shove him 3 normally. He's got stability of 2, so you're only going to get him 1 away.
which is
Elemental will add 2 squares to that.
And you'll throw him more elementalists with the triggered? Okay. Pushed him off. Got it.
okay. So here's a question. I got that is not on an attack though. What triggers the extra action?
I think it's an attack roll of 19 or 20.
Dang it.
A
That's
20 is an automatic, no matter penalties or anything else, max tier result, but
fine. Okay.
don't think you can do another action.
That's fine. That's fine. I will move. Let's see here. Can't use that. We're gonna use this. We're gonna move 1 more over. right here.
Yep.
Yep. And then I'm going to use my brutal slam to try to push the giant hawk.
Okay.
Okay. Can I push a creature that's larger than me with my signature ability, or do they have to be my size or smaller? I know
you
normal
can.
push.
I think you can.
Oh,
I don't think there's a limit like there's with knockback.
I love that for me. Okay, so let's go ahead and use brutal slam. Blip. That is going to be a 15. So that's going to be a tier 2.
Okay.
I did move 2 before I ever got to it.
Okay.
So that gives me another 4. Nope. Hold on. Yeah, 4 damage.
Okay.
So that's going to be a total of 12 damage to that giant hawk.
Got it.
Nice.
And he's got stability -2, so he like flutters in the air and flaps his wings and moves further away even. I don't know if that's a typo or not. It might be a typo.
So I have used 1, 2.
Other flying abilities give you negative stability.
Oh, really? Okay. All right.
Yep.
I've used 3 of my movement. I'm going to use 1 more just to step up here to try to make I'm teetering, but I'm trying to make myself look like the most attractive option to these jerks when they come back up.
All right, so you got Fenix pushed back into the waters again. You're weathering the lightning blast from the storm mages. The tactician will have to swim. You could even swim under the docks and climb up the netting in front of your new allies. And then you guys would have the negotiations with the goblins and jump on the ship to get out of here. I'm wrapping things up since we're at 2 p.m.
Yeah, we don't have to. We're cool.
So we're at 2 p.m. So nicely done. That will be the end. You jump on the ship and set sail out into the harbor. Let me tell you the end.
While you're looking at the end, I just want to point out that I'm giving 2 giant hawks to the Phoenix as we sail away.
You fought well. Ajax could use warriors like you. Oh, wait. Okay. There are some pirates on the boat who come up on deck. And they watch the last of your battle. They help you fend off the mages with bow fire. They see you fought well. Ajax could use warriors like you. Don't be fools and throw your lives away. Look at how BLACKBOTTOM burns. Don't you want to be on the winning side? And you, of course, overcome them and take their ship and sail away. And that's the end.
The goblins come with us?
Yeah. The goblins are on your side, at least for now.
Goblin army.
Yep.
New best friends.
Holy cow, that was
goblins and pirates, or do we dispatch the pirates?
You gotta get rid of the pirates, or at least they're leaders. That was
turn
hard
the
to
goblins
run.
into pirates. That worked for us.
That was hard to run.
Hard to run.
That was a lot going on. What do you guys think? First impressions. What do you guys think?
How much of the playtest packet instructed you to do things at the start of the round and bring in new creatures and stuff like that?
It was all in there. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a lot to run.
It's enormous. I mean, I skipped the middle scene, which is more combats than the first 2 scenes combined, or the first and last scene combined. But
I think that just the in scene would most certainly take most groups a 4-hour session.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was definitely heroic, cinematic, and tactical.
We are not familiar with it, but I don't know that even if we were super familiar with it, we'd speed up a lot.
You run like D&D faster than most people I ever see do it. So I think we went about as fast as they could ever expect a group.
Yeah.
It goes back to my very first running of 4th edition, where we played a 4-hour event, and every combat felt huge and wonderful and tense.
Mm-hmm.
And then as 4th edition continued, the problem was every combat felt huge and complex and tense. And I think we're right in that territory here.
Yeah, it does feel that way. And
that to me wasn't a problem with 4E. I mean, to me that's a feature. I mean, yeah, you have to really design very specifically to not have it be a heroic cinematic combat, right? Because it's the whole system set up that way. But you can have a room with just a couple things, and then you get through it quickly. But if you're going to have exploding barrels or
some little tweaks, some little tweaks I'd like to see. I'm not a big fan of villain points or those things because continuously tracking that just feels to take away from the monsters. I don't know.
Daggard did that too, right? Where they just give you that extra stuff that everybody's tracking that you probably could get rid of and it would be just fine.
Yeah.
I think a nice part about this, and tell me if I'm wrong here, Tom, it seems like you can slot the villains in, like the villain groups in whenever you want to after one of our turns.
Yep,
Am I
I
correct
can.
on that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's nice about that is that if you, I guess to give them credit, um, I feel like when you have significantly more players than you do groups, you can use that to maybe skip a turn you might have taken and let 2 players go in a row if you want to be able to buy yourself the time to kind of like gather your thoughts if there's too much going on.
Yeah. I mean, this is a playtest, and I can see ways you could tweak it pretty quick and easy to be faster and still cinematic, but I'm not sure that's what they're going for. They maybe don't care necessarily that it gets tweaked too much more.
They have talked about speed,
Yeah.
but I mean, tactics is always going to eat up some speed,
Yeah.
right? There's just no two ways about it. You cannot have super tactical without people going, "Hey, wait, can I do this? And
Yeah.
what's your power?" And you get better as a group, right?
Yep,
But
definitely.
But it's always going to eat time.
What do you think of action, maneuver, move? That's new in this playtest. It was just action, maneuver before, and one of the maneuvers was you could move.
I like it. I felt like I could constantly be able to do cool things.
Yeah.
Yeah, the maneuvers
I
are
think
cool.
that you end
like
up
maneuvers.
having a similar problem as 5e has, where there is a lot of pressure for you to optimize your action economy. So like you need good things on your trigger, your maneuver, and your action in order to get the most out of the system. And so like there's some weirdness with the conduit where actually some of the best things that I can do are maneuvers, which is good because I can like shift my action into a maneuver.
Yeah.
But it makes the action economy interesting. I think I like it, but it is like a optimization pressure for sure.
The other thing, the villain points for the demons, where they could, by just spending 2 villain points, take half damage on attack. I thought that was too strong.
Yeah, that makes it a long combat.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's better just have them hit harder and get out of the way and just do what you're going to do sooner rather than any resistances, mischances, all of that. I've always been against that kind of design.
Yeah. That's an easy tweak to fix, I think. Yeah. It doesn't make sense for demons either, right? They should be wreaking havoc, not turtling up.
Yeah, they could have just changed that to more HP. But like the interesting thing about that is that they actually learned that lesson with kits and stuff, where they were doing like damage resistance with heavy armor and stuff, and then they realized that it was actually better to just give a character more HP.
Yeah,
effectively the same.
This relentless toss ability, by the way, of the berserker or the fury is like super throwing me off, because like I realize like by the wording of it, like I can again run by my allies, push them to give myself effectively a massive speed bonus.
Yeah, I think maybe there's an intent there that is different than it's written.
Yeah, I actually wanted to stay away from that ability because it invites the degenerate mind to do crazy things with it, because what you can do is you can pair it with abilities. You can pair it with abilities that allow you to force movement vertical with the barbarian class, and then there's all sorts of weirdness where you can actually move creatures into yourself on purpose for damage. Like there's lots of really wacky things to do there. So.
Yeah. I think it just the fact that I can do it to myself even against people that I do it to, and there's so many push abilities, right? And it's like I like the intention, like toss them, but then I was trying to think of like ways that I could use that, like toss an ally somewhere, right? But even though I might as well just use knockback, so it's kind of a weird ability to me.
I was noticing the Shadows Blade Dance versus Get In, Get Out. It felt like Blade Dance was much better than Get In, Get Out, and yet it's lower cost.
The damage of the hero Blade Dance is 4, 5, 8.
Yeah.
Heroic ability is 8, 12, 18. But if you have somebody buffing each of those attacks of Blade Dance, if I get 5 attacks, that gets up there anyway.
Yeah.
I think the infusion needs to be written again, because the way that it's written is you have one of 2 different triggered abilities on the conduit, and one explicitly says the reaction to lesser damage, that it applies to 1 power roll, whereas the infusion to increase damage that says 1 attack. and it's ambiguous as to what counts as a single attack. I think the spirit of it is also that it's supposed to just be one power roll, because for almost all abilities, an attack means one target. But there are a couple of abilities like, Split Ray on a kit, Shadow has another one that says Two Throats or something, that it is an attack that has just multiple creatures. And for that, it does like a lot more damage.
Hey, I must go. Thanks. That was really fun.
Thanks,
Great playing with
Teos.
all y'all.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, good to play with the Taz.
See you.
Nice to meet you guys.
Thanks for playing, Robin.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thanks for the invitation.
Thanks,
Absolutely,
Sean.
Tom. Thank you so much, Tom.
All right, guys. I'll head out too. See y'all.
Bye forever.
Bye-bye.